All right, let me share this link, baby.
If everybody
knows what is
What's our new patron's name? Richard?
Ricardo.
What is the new guy?
It's Richard. We're going to call him Ricardo, though. Because I said so.
Okay, kids, let's go.
Let us go.
There has been an awakening.
Have you sensed it?
Have you felt it?
Have you smelled it?
Hello, what have we here?
So funny.
Holy shit. Thanks C3 Penis Face and RT Kid Face.
Hello there.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy. Good day. Okay, good. Sorry, we're going inside jokes that we talked about in person before the stream started.
Rogue Squadron Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am Mopar.
I'm Commander Cody.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Ready to execute Order 66.
Did I just say thank you guys for tuning in? I am Mopar. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, you said it twice. At least you said something.
No, I said
You said the words correctly.
I said 3.
Yeah. Thinking back about it.
Salutations. Welcome, everybody.
Have you recovered fully from Star Wars Celebration?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you have any sickness afterwards? Just
not from Celebration. Once we got back, it was nice here, and the allergies really started kicking in.
Just like a week-long hangover?
No, I luckily was not hangover a single time during Celebration. I kept it reasonable. I told myself the first night at the 501st party, because we already paid for tickets and it was open bar, I'll roll the dice. But outside of that, I chilled on it. So
I wouldn't say that I chilled on it, but I don't think I was hungover. I felt pretty great the whole time.
now other people,
A little fuzzy-wuzzy the morning after the casino night. But, you know, I just had some coffee, took one of my greens supplements, and had some food, and I was good to go.
nice.
So-
We also, I for the first time ever, had White Castle. That did not make me feel good.
I was hungover from that.
That's it. That's
That
it.
wasn't a great choice. I think it was that, and it was the, 20 Miller Lights.
Yeah. Well,
Miller Lights, it's light and it's easier to drink. It's not that heavy, but I don't think it's that good quality ingredients, and I did not feel great from those. Just stomach-wise.
well, I think, stomach-wise, I blame the White Castle. But
Not a good
also
combo.
at the 501st party, the Canto Bite party, they started running out of the cheap beer. And they started pulling shit from, I think they went on a beer run to some place because they were pulling out craft beer that people had never heard of.
I think
Pilsner Urquell. I walked up and said, give me just a beer. And they said, is this all right? I'm like, yes, give me 4 of them now. This is one of our favorites. But they were pulling shit out with just dust. There was just critters on top of it running away. Sand dewbacks.
Sorry, I keep my the floor in here is uneven, so my thing keeps sliding away. Yeah, the Pilsner Urquell was a fucking surprise. That was great. The Force was with us.
It was a surprise, but after 20 cheap beers and then they started getting into the craft stuff, I was like, Jesus.
Not great, no.
Not a good idea at the end of the night. But that was a fun night. We had a
was
good
good.
time. A little loud. I lost my voice during Celebration. Because it wasn't even that we were being belligerent. It was so loud that even to have a conversation, you're just
we were screaming.
let's go over there. You're like, okay.
2 jacks!
But we lost a couple followers to the war of Canto Bite Night.
What do you mean?
I think Kerner passed away in that party. Was resurrected today on Easter. I don't know.
Kerner summoned an Alakazam, and he was just gone. He disappeared into the crowd. Oh, man. We have a video of him. He's they had bands. They had DJs there. It was pretty good music, and everybody was getting down on the dance floor. And then we look over, and Kerner is just in the middle of the pit. No, not even the hands. He was just looking around, just wondering what's going on. A couple times he kind of gave the head nod with the music, but he just looked like he was in the Sarlacc pit.
Just wondering how he got in.
Didn't know what was happening.
There's no way out.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Kenobi is risen.
Kenobi is risen. Once again. Every year he does
Indeed.
that shit.
He's like, I'm back, bitches.
Hey,
Can't fuck with me. I'm still on Tatooine.
where it has.
Jakota, Rural Farm Boy, Kerner, Cookie, and Marco, welcome to the chat. Thanks for tuning in. We are early this week. And why are we early this week?
Game of Thrones is an important celebration.
Dude. It's very difficult to be balls deep in like 4 things at the same time, but Star Wars, Avengers, Game of Thrones, and there's a 4th thing floating around there somewhere.
Shazam. I haven't seen Shazam yet.
No, not.
You
I mean,
know,
I'll see it, but I'm not like balls
well,
deep. with that.
I feel bad because it holds no water compared to the other stuff. But I've heard nothing but good things.
That's true.
And it's like, come on, man,
It's very true.
trying to slip out and get into it.
Can everything just be a catchphrase with like a sticker? Like, what does that mean?
Slip out and
What does
get
that?
into
What,
it.
what does that mean? Slip out and get into it.
Try about it.
Hijacking and hand jobbing. I do want to get a picture of Solo from Solo, and put that quote under it.
Hijacking and hand jobbing.
So I did watch Solo again last night. My mom and my little brother were down for Easter, and he had never seen Solo, so
Why is
they
he?
all went to bed. They all went to bed, and I fired up Netflix. We watched Solo start to finish. It was wonderful, stupendous. It's so good. It's a great, great Star Wars film and all-around movie. Just thought I would remind everybody that Solo is a fantastic thing.
As we do every episode.
Let's start drinking.
Do you want to start off? So we've got 2. We've got a small like bottle that we're probably going to share here. But
Probably gonna share.
Well, I might have it all. But it looks like it's been in the butthole of a devil, and it leaked a little bit.
It's got that fancy Maker's Mark wax stuff on it.
wax stuff. But it is called the Double Mountain. 2015 Devil's Cuvee? Creek?
Coive?
Coive? Crike?
Crickety.
All right, there's a lot of... Okay. I want to watch Commander's face here as I read through the description of this fuckery.
Well, first of all,
No. Okay.
I wanted to look this up.
Cuvée.
It's a French wine that derives from the word cuve, meaning vat or tank. Winemakers use the term cuvée with several different meanings. I'm not going to finish reading it.
Tank of wine. All right, so I'm going to read the description or the style of beer that I'm holding in my hand.
Yes.
By the way, it's got this guy, it looks like a dude named Dave on it with a devil's Halloween costume.
It's got Satan Dave on it.
Satan Dave. All right, this is an oak barrel-aged Devil's Crike Belgian style sour ale with cherries. Let me repeat that. An oak. Yeah, there's a lot going on. We're gonna be flabbergasted.
This sounds like one of those things where somebody wrote the label first and then they had to just make a beer.
Yeah.
It's just like every adjective I can think of.
And yeah, this is Devil Dave. Yeah.
Devil Dave.
Devil Dave on the front of it. Oak barrel aged Devil's Crike Belgian style sour ale with cherries.
Satan Sam.
Satan Sam, Devil Dave. Yeah, so I'm gonna open this bastard.
FedEx. Steve Kirk. Welcome to the chat room, friends.
Kerner says Darth Maul's beer. It looks like it. Yeah, because we're just gonna hate everything after trying this. Woo!
It's got straight hops on the bottle cap too.
I think this is open, bro. We'll see here. I kind of smell cherries already.
Maybe
All right.
the aroma's just that strong.
We use the Han Solo opener. Wait, do I have to?
No, you're good.
All right, there, baby.
Oh, Jesus, 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 Jesus. How did that happen? How did that happen? Yeah.
Well, it tastes okay. We had some
Yeah, if you're not listening, the beer just overflowed. So
Deuteronomy over here that happened here. Bottlegate. Why?
by the will of the force, I left my paper towels and cleaning spray in here.
Well,
So
I don't know if there was that much or that little in this bottle, but this is all we got out of it. All of it.
that's a small bottle. So
That's true. Sorry, I'm not really talking into it. 7. Okay, it's only just over 12 fluid ounces, so we're talking almost just a single bottle of beer. Devil Dave had a surprise for us.
Devil Dave was like, "You guys aren't ready for this."
It
You
was.
can keep talking while I clean
It
these.
was almost like.
What was it almost like, Mopar? People are trying to listen.
It was a trap when we sprung it. Ooh. It was like a delayed reaction. I opened it. We sat there for a full second, and it was like,
You know, I had a feeling that was going to happen. One time we had a bottle with a cork, and it happened then too. And I was just wondering if it was gonna repeat itself.
That's okay. Devil Dave got us. Okay. Props to you,
Props to Devil Dave, keeping us on our toes.
Steve Devil Dave. Okay. All right, we'll get back to the podcast here. Jesus.
It's okay.
It's going to smell interesting. It's going to smell like a barrel-aged tulip.
Barrel-aged Tulip Garden,
Tulip
Cherry
Garden.
Oak, Soured Stout Ale, Pale India.
Unearthed happenstance.
Hello, Goomba. Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to do. I think I had half this shit in my mouth, but whatever. We'll mix it here. All right. We're getting there. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. Do you guys do content or just spill things?
A little bit of both. You should know that by now.
Yeah. Seriously, bruh.
Cheers, bruh.
All right. I want to... Cherry? Smell test here. It does smell like a sour, but it smells like a drinkable sour.
Unlike that blackberry goodness from Texas.
The blackberry goodness.
I got a tattoo that can... I'll talk later. Let's drink first. Sorry.
All right.
I was going to do a story.
It just blew a fluid ounce in Mopar's mouth. Thank you, Chakota. Wow. It's actually
really good.
I was just gonna say, with all the descriptory stuff that they had on the bottle, blended quite well.
Yeah. No,
it's pretty
really
straightforward. I feel like it doesn't bounce around too much. It's just like one taste and it hits you and you get a little bit of everything. Not quite as hard on the cherries, which is kind of nice. It's like obviously in there, maybe a dark cherry.
Sometimes I'm distracted when I'm trying to review beer. I feel like my beer review at the after party was terrible because I was distracted with the equipment and everything. And I was just like, it's drinkable. It's 2. And I moved on because I was like distracted. I couldn't think about it. Let me give this another swig.
Again, it's Double Mountains Devil Cuvée Crike. I guess Kriek.
I'm cool. This is good.
This is really good. So this is out of, let me see if I can find it.
Too many things
Double
on
Mountain Brewery and Tap Room, Hood River, Oregon.
there. Interesting.
I've never heard of Hood River. I'm reusable. Okay, bottle exploder. Is this a firework? Jesus. I didn't light it.
Roman candles up in this bit.
Devil. Okay.
Oh man. No, it's good. I'm digging it. It's so much to take in, but as you saw on the label.
For presentation, 10 out of 10. The way it like exploded. Like a volcano.
It's like I'm ready to be drunk right now.
It was like Mordor in a bottle.
That's my comeback when I don't know what's going on. That's what I do. I drink and I spill things.
Drinking to spill things.
No, I think it's. I'm gonna go 2. Is my initial thought on a rating for this?
I actually do. You know, I'm big on marketing and like logos and everything.
Branding, yeah.
I'm not that good at it, but
Yeah.
I appreciate good ones.
You're tuned into it. Would you say?
Now, when you aren't that good, but you just say fuck it and put Dave on here, I like that too, because it's almost like, you know what? Fuck
Like
it.
how we're just calling him Dave, like we know him.
It's like
I need Dave on the show.
Crooked Smile Dave.
I want Dave to tell me about this beer and why it exploded on us.
Devil Dave. He's got a nice white shirt.
It really sets off the red skin tone.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm loving this. Jared, if you're listening or when you're listening, I know you're a big sour fan. If you sign up for Tavor, you can get this. Just saying.
Yeah, so we've got, this was sent to us from Tavor. Download the app and use the code word ROGUE. Or is it Squadron?
No, it's Rogue.
ROGUE. And you get $10 off your first order of $25 or more. So basically you get
True.
fucking free beer, guys.
So they'll send out updates about featured beers on the app. You just, when you see one, oh, I like that, select it. It adds it to your cart. And then once a month, they ship everything that's in your cart to your door. There's no minimums and there's no set amounts. You can get as much or as little as you want every month. But if you do want to save some cash, you got to get at least $25.
But it's not like you're not shopping. It's like featured beers that come out daily, almost like it's like every 3 hours. They're like, hey, would you like this beer?
Right.
Yes. Give me 3 of them. We'll
Boom.
put it on your order. Okay.
Boom. Boom. So check them out, TAVOUR.com. Get the app, enter our code word, get some beer, and help us out and help them out. And we appreciate them sending us some goodness.
Now, there is something on here that I'm not familiar with.
What,
Well, first of all,
9.5% alcohol?
it is 9.5% alcohol by volume.
Your head yesterday was 10.5.
12 BU.
Bitterness unit.
So it's a national bitterness unit, not an international bitterness
It's a
unit.
regional bitterness unit.
Buttress undersized.
Yeah, I assume that's the same thing as the IBU.
That's the lowest I've ever seen.
It's just not international.
That's the lowest I've ever seen designated.
12. Yeah, I feel like
12.
if it's under 20, why even put it on there?
I don't think I've ever seen anything like under 30. Yeah. But it is, as I said at the beginning, 12.7 fluid ounces.
Yeah.
So that's why we each only got about a half a cup here, or half a glass.
Yeah.
I will agree. 2 out of 3. This is not bad at all.
No,
Especially
I'm
for a
digging it.
sour.
I'm digging it. Now, this is going to be a quick one, and we're going to dive into the next one because
Yeah.
there was so little. There's some floaty roadies in here, and it's getting, screwing around. While we finish this off, before we get into this, what is this, a stout that's coming up? Should we guess the scene? I feel like you go back and forth between like that was amazing and like I can't finish the sip.
Well, half of this is backwash, by the way, because it was.
So you're disgusted by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, grab a number. What are we doing?
There's 4.
What did you say? It was 12.7 ounces.
Yeah.
So 127. So 27 minutes into episode 1. Does that work? We did episode 1 last week, didn't we?
I believe so.
Pick a new number. Find
Rogue
something.
Rogue One.
Okay.
Rogue One, 27 minutes.
27
in.
minutes into Rogue One. All right, cool. Yeah, we haven't done Rogue One in quite a while. Let's see. So if you're not familiar, guess the scene. We're gonna pick that time marker. You got to guess what's going on in that movie, and you win a prize. Usually it's nothing great, but you do win something. Everybody likes to win something, right?
Yeah.
So get your guesses in.
I'm gonna guess he's shooting the fucker in the back on that planet.
Ooh, I think that's quicker than we think. I think after all the prologue stuff with Jin and her family and everything, that's the next scene is him. She wakes up on that bed, and then we go to Cassian on that planet. Like, that's right there. And then she gets rescued, and then... I'm saying they're landing back on Yavin 4 after K2 knocks her ass out, and they rescue her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good one. And when they're like interrogating her.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe Cassian's.
Like, as they're arriving to
Are you
Yavin
familiar
4.
with Galen Urso?
Yes, my dad, bitch. What do you want?
It won't happen.
Not turning him in.
I'll adjust mine.
Are you copying me?
I'm gonna say Mon Mothma is on screen. Like, we know who you are.
Many Jins died to bring us this information.
Many beers were drunk.
All right. Put your guesses in. If you need to pause it, you should pause it.
Sticky icky.
Give me the wiki ticky. All right. If you're watching live with us, you can see what's going on screen. If you're listening, I'm scrubbing. So we're at 13 and she's getting picked up. Oh, wow. We're way the fuck off.
Wow. So
15 minutes she's being interrogated by Mon Mothma and the gang. Christ.
So they're already talking to Saul.
Yep.
Okay, they're on Jeddah.
They're scoping out Jeddah. Oh, Borgullet. 27 minutes is Borgullet.
Wow.
I hate Borgullet so much.
It's such a weird. Okay, the weird thing is
The violence.
okay. I equate it to Jabba having a rancor, like it's his big scary thing. This one's
Yeah.
just kind of a mind reading scary thing.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
And if there was an animal out there that could mind read, of course I feel like humans would use that to their advantage.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I don't hate it, but it is kind of cringy on screen in the way.
I mean, it's very Star Wars-y to put something like that in the movie.
Also, how do you get information from Borgullet afterwards? So what did you get out of him?
You have a Twi'lek there translating thing. He says he had eggs for breakfast.
27 eggs.
I don't know if he gets the information or if he just says that he's lying or not. Like, it's not a full interrogation, right? Isn't it just like a lie detector, basically?
Yeah, no, I think it is an interrogation to see if he's trying to go undercover. Nick Evans says you're not playing the extended edition. Lame. Wait, there's only one edition of Rogue One.
What are you talking about?
Come on, man.
What are you talking about?
Chirrut fighting the stormtroopers. That's a little after that.
Kenobi, yeah, Japanese tentacle porn. Writes note.
Take note.
So if anybody wanted to ever see that on screen, PG something or other.
Are you into this? 27.
Or 7 minutes, find that minute mark. You know what I'm saying?
Check it out. Woo. Oh, baby. So we got a 2 out of 3 on the beer. We've got a complete disaster on
Terrible.
Guess the Scene.
We're off by 12 minutes.
I know. That's
Hey,
all right.
I've probably seen Rogue One the least out of any of them, because I've been really watching Solo like on repeat. So I think Rogue One I've seen the least out of any Star Wars movie.
You know what's weird is I quite possibly might have perhaps seen episode 4 the least.
No way.
I think I've seen it twice. It's the one with.
It's the desert movie.
No joke. I really do think episode 4 might be my least watched. Because I feel like episode 2, while it's one of my least favorites, was a big shit when it came out. When we were young enough that, ran through it. And then the new ones, I've rewatched those quite often. Mm-hmm. Especially Rogue One and Solo. I've put those on recently. Because, well, first of all, they're on Netflix. Well, Solo is right now.
Solo and Last Jedi are on Netflix.
But Rogue One was on for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I powerhouse through those. I don't know what that means.
I know what it means.
Oh, man. Nick Evans is kidding. There's no extended version. We should quit fucking around. Is what tentacle porn farm boy over here.
He asked if we saw Japanese tentacle porn cosplay at Celebration. No, I was actually really hoping. We saw one good Bodhi Rook.
I was really hoping to, though.
Oh, God, I did that thing where I cut myself off.
They have a booth in the back. We weren't.
They had one. It was secret.
They
booth.
had a panel.
Yeah, you had to say a password to get in. It's your password. We saw one good Bodhi Rook cosplay, but I was hoping somebody would have done Bodhi Rook with the Borgall like wrapped around him as a cosplay.
That's a good one.
Fun.
I did see a stormtrooper with just teddy bear Ewoks tied all over
like
him,
attacking
just
him,
walking around.
I saw a lot of good cosplay. That's one of my favorite things about cons and about Celebration. I saw somebody dressed up as a rock with a ton of porgs on them. So it was just like a gray sheet, and there was like 7 porgs attached to them. It's fucking awesome. Oh, it was there, he said. No, I didn't see it, man. Sad.
My favorite was probably the sound guy with the pink shorts. If anybody has ever watched like behind the scenes of episode 4, there's that pink shorts with no shirt sound guy. He's just got the big boom.
Yeah. God,
Someone
awesome.
cosplayed that.
A lot of cool stuff that I actually didn't get a picture with, which was unfortunate. I saw Dude Skywalker, Big Lebowski as old Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
So he had like the Jedi robes, but then shorts and slippers and shades. Didn't get a picture with him. Saw a really good Snoke that I regret not chasing down to get a picture with. Like, looked like Snoke, and he was just pacing around with like 2 Praetorian guards. God, it was so sweet. I want to go back. Why can't
There
we
was
just
like
live there?
There was like 2 really, really good Vaders. Like had the size and everything walking. The best one I saw was the one that we saw walking in the first day. He was walking in front of us, and people were just parting fucking ways.
It looks amazing,
He was
dude.
just. He wasn't even like marching. He was just slow walking, like a devil,
It's great.
like a mechanical asshole.
It's great. What other cosplay did we see? Saw a couple Commander Codys, which was perfect. Lots of Kylos, lots of Rays, lots of Stormtroopers. I didn't see as many clone troopers as I had hoped. I saw a couple Codys, a lot of Rexes, but then not just like general. I want to see as many clone troopers as I see.
Everybody stormtrooper.
Like regular Stormtroopers. I wish there was more of those. But, maybe one day.
Jawas were running around, a couple Ewoks, a couple big Ewoks. Man, there was some Ewoks.
Like 6 foot tall motherfuckers
Yeah.
in Ewoks, dude. That's crazy. Beer?
Eat, motherfucker. Oh, I gotta drink this one.
No. Are you going to cringe or are you going to like this sip? I can't tell.
it's not getting better. So we better.
You change your mind too much.
I'm getting the real feel, man. It's like the weather.
The real feels.
You walk out and you're like, it's nice out, and then you actually start walking around and you're like, this sucks.
It's a 2 out of 3, and the real rating is a 0.
Undrinkable.
So which one is it? You gonna get it or not? I don't know. Farm Boy is telling us thank you for the live show at Motor Row. So we can talk about that for a second as we crack this beer open. We did our after party / live podcast at Motor Row Brewing, which was right around the corner from the convention center, which was awesome.
Mopar nearly killed me.
Yeah.
What did I do?
I think you were being funny, like usual.
Sorry, man.
So we just had a little after party, a couple live podcasts. Steve from San Diego Sabres popped up there with Rob from Talk Star Wars.
Forced Toast Girls?
Yeah, Laura and Alice from Forced Toast. They were hilarious. And we bumped into them like 47 more times. And then we went up and ruined the whole thing. That was good. I actually wore this exact shirt combination.
I didn't.
Sold some merch, had some beer.
There was honestly, I'm so happy. Everybody who showed up, it was awesome. You got to realize we do as much as we can, like communication, and Commander does most of that going back and forth, trying to set stuff up and expectations and what. We had no clue. Like, one, there was no stairs. 2, we didn't realize it was going to be like a stand-up comedy set instead of. I thought there was going to be like a table in the corner. We're going to do our thing and then come out of it.
Right.
It was a little more of like a performance live thing. We made it work though.
Yeah, it was
so
fun.
it was awesome.
We both the shows that went on before us were great, and then ours ended up being a lot more crowd interaction than I anticipated, but it worked out. It worked out great. It was like this chat room right here was just in front of us.
Yeah.
And people were shouting shit out, and I don't know, I thought it went over.
Your
really well.
opinions suck. I agree. So let's talk about that.
So that was the last episode, 189. So go back and listen to that if you haven't yet. Thanks to Motor Row for hosting us. Thanks to all the Star Wars fans for joining. And that was, we didn't mention this, but that was technically our first live podcast. Because we've done some like at a venue or at a bar, but we've never done one where like, hey, this is a live podcast, we're performing, people are going to sit down and watch. So that was our first one, and it was a lot of fun. So I already have 1,000 million ideas for Celebration 2020. So,
Which is going to be in Anaheim.
Anaheim. No dates yet. I'm assuming it'll be the same thing. I think last Anaheim and Orlando and this year was all the second weekend of April. So I'm assuming it'll be the same. But join us for that. If you couldn't make it this year, definitely recommend coming to Celebration.
Yeah, if next year's going to be your first time, you have to break your Anaheimin.
Ooh. And it's right across the street from Disney. I understand the joke. It's right across the street from
like,
Disney. And Galaxy's Edge will be open actually in a month. So it'll definitely be open next year and hopefully less crowds. But yeah, it should be a fun time. We're going to make a whole trip out of it, do some podcasts, some after parties. Yeah. Bunch of shit.
Always drink fresh. Always drink fresh. So we've got our second beer review. This is the one that we're going to kind of chill on. They're two tall boys, Imperial Stout from Ursula Brewing. The logo kind of looks like it's a guitar pick.
Yeah.
And then the background kind of looks like a record.
Yep. It says, it's a whole record theme. It says Side A.
Side A.
It says Hi-Fi Flavor. Looks pretty dope. I like it. I like retro shit.
Aurora, Colorado.
It is, what's the ABV?
19.2 ounces.
So it's taller than a tall boy.
I do not see an ABV, actually. It's a guess the ABV beer.
Nice. Let's put our votes in. It says, enjoy it with friends.
It just says repeatedly on the top, always drink fresh. Mine
Well-
looks like it was eaten by a Lego. I don't know what that means. Got like chunks taken out of the can here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Whoa! Woo! There's a lot there.
Man, this weather is not lining up with this beer. It doesn't mean it's bad necessarily. I'll keep drinking about it. But it's starting to get nice out finally. And when it's this, I don't want a stout, especially an Imperial Stout. So
Is this an Imperial?
it is.
So it is a higher ABV, we would assume. Mm-hmm. It's not bad though. It's just it's starting to warm up. Nice sunny days and not lining up. I want to be in the north with John Flurries.
We'll just pretend we're there because in about 2 hours we're going to be watching Thrones again.
Drinking an ale.
Let me talk about what I had last night. I'm not going to name this brewery.
What happened, What happened?
Well, I was just watching Solo with my brother, but I got certain beer. And I'm not going to call this brewery out, but guys in the chat and gals in the chat know what I'm talking about. But it's outrageous, the prices on the beer at this place. I got a 4-pack of Tall Boys. I think it was a special release, so it was a little more expensive. So I walked up. I was expecting like maybe $14 for a 4-pack of Tall Boys for a really fancy beer. It was $19.99
For Great Lakes?
for 4 Tall Boys at this particular brewery, which shall not be named.
Is it a local one?
$21 after tax.
Upstairs?
What?
Up the stair or up the
stairs.
Up the state?
It's the one near my house
Oh.
that I never go to because I don't like. But I was like, I don't want to go all the way to the store. It's right there. I'll just roll the dice, get 4. Dude, $21 for 4 beers is not where it's at.
No.
It's ridiculous.
You paid it though.
I did. I did. It was at that
outrageous.
point where I was like,
Overpriced, appreciated.
it's outrageous. It's unfair. But I just did it. I rolled the dice. It was a triple imperial IPA, triple dry hopped. It was like as insane as you can get in the IPA realm. It was that 10.5%. Yeah, it was good.
Good, but just
It
overpriced.
wasn't $21 good, but it was good.
Okay.
I don't regret it, but it is just like how are you going to charge that much?
You got anything else you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, the allergies are fucking around and it's pissing me off. My nose has been running like for 3 days straight.
See, last week was bad. I couldn't breathe. But this week I'm fine.
It always, as soon as the season changes, it always fucks around with me for about a week, and then I get over it. So,
Last week was a week or today?
no, it started when we got back from Chicago. So,
Yeah, well, that was a big thing. The day I left, Sunday, 2 to 3 inches of
Snowing,
snow.
I know.
I got back here, 77 degrees, sunny, bright suns.
bright shuns. It was crazy. That one day, it was mad snowing in Chicago, and then we woke up the next day. It was bright and sunny, 65 degrees.
Yeah.
So, it was interesting to see a bunch of like Kylo Rens just walking down the fucking sidewalk like they were on Starkiller base.
Starkiller. I'm surprised we didn't see like a Kylo Ren with like an injury from the Chewbacca blaster.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Bowcaster. Small details make it worth it. You're like, oh, dude, you're Starkiller base, Kylo.
Yeah. Yeah, we do need to brainstorm some cosplays for next year. I'd like to go one day dressed up as Commander Cody or something. So I have 365 days to buy me a suit of armor.
I plan on going as Ford next year instead of Mopar.
Harrison Ford? That works. You have to shave the beard, though. Aha! No, just be Han from the campaign of Battlefront when he's like drunk in Maz's palace and he has the shaggy beard and everything. Just do that.
I would like to be clever with it.
Hangover Han.
Like the audio engineer guy. Boom.
Yeah.
I want to be clever with it.
Yeah, something really
Because that's
really
easy.
niche.
Yeah, that's very easy to do. It's just thinking about it. Or a mashup.
Yeah,
Somehow.
on Sunday at Celebration, there was a lot of Game of Thrones mashups because obviously it premiered that night. It was cool. Brienne of Darth. That's a good one. I saw a Kira with a bunch of dragons on her. That was a good one.
Brienne of Darth.
Yeah. Rural Farm Boy. No, I have not gotten armor yet. I want to, though. I don't want to make it myself, not because I'm lazy, but I want it to be perfect, and I'll mess it up. I just want to buy some. I don't have a spare $2,000, so.
That's the other thing. I think we saw like a C-3PO walk around. It was just gold boxes. Like the
Well, you got to do it
bad.
like, purposely bad. You could just get like a gold leotard and like
Literally
one of those
right. I am C-3PO. C-3PO costume.
human cyborg relations. All right. Talk about this beer.
It's decent.
Yeah, that's my thoughts on it too.
So you're thinking what, 1?
I'm thinking of 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. It's not that difficult.
3 on the branding though.
I think 3 on the other Devil Dave branding.
I like both. I like the branding on both of them.
I think this is a better idea. I don't think the execution of it was great. But yeah, I hear you. Yeah, the beer's okay.
It's good to sip on over the next,
7,
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
30 minutes.
So let's really dig into Celebration because I had my reservations. I think you did too, but our overall excitement kind of powered us through. Initial thoughts, like walking in, go.
I do always have trepidation for big cons like this. I think overall this year went better because we had a big group.
It was better because it was better.
Well,
You
yes.
walked up and you're like, oh, look, enough space for everybody.
In
and it's
general,
clear.
yes. Obviously, I think everybody was overwhelmingly saying that it was leaps and bounds better than Orlando. That's for sure.
Do you remember walking into Orlando and they had those huge line wrapped around the fucking thing twice?
Yeah.
Because there was only one way to get in.
Well, there's multiple ways to get in, but only one door was open.
Yeah.
For 70,000 fucking people.
But remember, you walked in and there was like a hallway, and then you got into the convention area, and you walked like 3 convention spaces over.
Yeah.
To get to the convention, like
You walked in, like they had like 3 different main areas. You walked into the one that was just empty.
yeah,
And there was like one giant tub with all the lanyards for your badge. And it was literally just open concrete floor.
yeah. It
There
was like a
nothing
full
there.
warehouse of nothing.
It's
And then you walked like 2
ridiculous.
warehouses over, and then all of a sudden you saw a Star Wars car, and you're like, oh, we must be
Oh,
here.
great. R2D2 on a Honda. Oh,
I
here we are.
thought this was Lanyard Expo. I didn't know. I forgot.
This was concrete convention.
God, empty
That
space.
was a bad joke. Sorry.
Empty space.
So
Celebrate.
logistically, Chicago was way better. So that's a plus. We could talk about like the panels and the lottery stuff in a little bit. I think in general, our experience was better because we had a group with us.
First of all, logistically, it just worked out so much better because we were right there.
Yeah,
So we could
lucked
walk
out.
to and fro. I mean,
To and fro.
hey, Winnie the Pooh,
You gotta stop, man.
to and from.
To and fro. We lucked out. We were a block and a half away from the entrance to McCormick. So we really got lucky with the Airbnb. It was like a 5-minute walk over.
I mean, we were a building away.
Yeah.
The pricing was ridiculous. You expect that, but like to just grab a single beer at the expo, it's like $12
That
for a
doesn't
little-
faze me anymore,
It
man.
ruins everything, honestly.
It sucks, but vacationy spots, touristy spots, like whenever we go to the drag race, inside the track, the beers are $10 for a 20-ounce draft. That's just what it is at places like that. So that didn't really faze me. I mean, we would get 1 or 2 walking around, but mostly we had beer back at the Airbnb.
Truth.
Very truth. We met Hogar. What up, Hogar?
What up, baby?
Your name sounds like you are a garrison of troops. Like you're the Hogan Garrison.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hogan Garrison reporting. There's only one of you and you're drunk.
All right, so what else? So logistically it was good.
Well, let's walk through. Cosplays, about the same. I thought, I'm trying to remember.
I think there was more.
I think there was more people at Chicago.
Yeah, I think there was 70,000 in Orlando, so there had to have been 80, if not more, at this one.
I feel like there was 100, man. It was like no matter what. I feel like Orlando, you got to a point where it started to empty out. This, like Thursday from day one, you're like,
Yeah.
it's fucking pretty busy. in
Monday was still fucking packed.
here. Yeah.
One note on the logistics, though. They did forget a few things. No one was checking anything. Like, you would go through security, obviously. They had to, like, just scan your bag really quick. But no one was checking or scanning badges.
0%. Same thing.
We ended up going into the Jedi Master VIP entrance, like Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. No one checked. We just walked right in like normal. It was great for us because we just were able to walk in. But I feel like the people that paid extra for the VIP really didn't get anything extra because they got in at 9 instead of 10, but they weren't checking badges, so you could just walk in at 9.
It's just frustrating, man. You go, because first of all, regardless of Orlando or Chicago, buying the tickets and getting them and using them is such a pain in the fucking ass. Just buy them and let me print out my own shit. I like the badge and everything. That's nice. But why don't I just buy it and get it? And that's it. I had to like buy it, get it, activate it,
Enter the lotteries.
and then enter the lotteries.
Right.
And then they didn't check it. And I'm like, dude, I had to do all this shit.
Yeah.
It's just there's a simplified way to do this, and they did not do it.
I believe there is, and on one hand, but on the other hand, it's really difficult to herd around 100,000 people no matter what you do.
So just
there's
show up next year.
I think there's a limit.
Just show up.
Yeah, you could. Just bring your badge from
Last year.
We'll see. they might change things further. If it's getting better every year, I'm positive for that. Yeah, the lottery system was really annoying to get into, and then when we did get into the Phantom Menace panel, the only one that we won, the theater was only 2/3 full. So I was like, well, I mean, that's a third of the people that either entered the lottery and won and didn't want to go. I feel like you should be able to give priority for it. You know, next time, don't announce the lottery system a month before the con.
You know what's? I feel like there's an app out there that it would just be a live count.
Their app is garbage too. That was the problem. It wasn't an app. It was an app that interfaced and got you to their website, basically. What were we gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But the workers of like the event, they don't give a fuck. They're locals that like, oh, a bunch of nerds coming here, like, don't bring actual guns, and that's it. That's their only rules.
Right. I thought the security crew was great. Everybody was super friendly.
They were nice.
And even the celebration staff, except for that one dude that was yelling at us about the aisle for the episode 9 trailer. Everybody we ran into was really friendly.
Yeah. So all right. So episode 9 trailer and all that stuff. The panel was going live. So like
Friday morning, that's the very first thing that happens.
The whole celebration came to a halt. No one was moving unless you were like trying to get in line for something else for whatever reason, which means 20 people were trying to get through the crowd. Right. Everybody came to a halt and was like trying to get in sight of a couple big screens.
Yeah.
And this guy was just, hey,
keep the aisles clear. Keep walking. This is not standing room. Keep the aisles clear.
The crazy thing was we were standing there for like 20 minutes, like out of the aisle, and then he just picked us. Hey, you guys got to move too. Are you fucking kidding me? I just stared at him.
We were further out of the aisle than some people, and he like told us that we had to move. It's like, what's happening here?
Hey, you guys, way over there. You got to move.
I'm going to ruin your Star Wars experience. Get out of the way.
My authority has blinded me.
So since we didn't get into any of the panels, we ended up watching a lot of stuff from the from the Star Wars show area, which I'm just going to say it. I think they had better programming than all the panels.
Say that again.
The Star Wars show stage, like in the center, like they were interviewing people and like showing off new toys and shit like that. I feel like they had more entertaining stuff than even the panels. But we didn't get into the main theaters, so we ended up watching a lot of the stuff there. And it was just a mob for episode 9 because that's the thing that everybody wanted to see. And there's only so much room. Like they had a big area for them, but it's still limited. And when half the con is trying to watch the same screen, couldn't hear anything. I feel like the Palpatine reveal was kind of ruined for me.
Really?
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, I heard it.
Like everybody was cheering and screaming and everything, and like the screen went dark. Woo! I couldn't hear what was happening. I just heard that, and I was standing next to this dude and Weiss, and we were like kind of cramped around this corner. We could barely see the screen, and I couldn't hear anything. We were like, what the fuck? What did we miss? What's going on? And I had my iPad in front of me, and I was like rewinding it and rewatching it. Finally, I put my headphones on to hear what the fuck was going on. But I feel like that was, I would have liked to really like experience that like that shock for the first time.
Yeah, we all got split up, just so if you guys weren't there with us, which is all of you. Yeah, like as that guy yelled at us to move around, we like broke up into, I went off by myself. I just ran to a corner and I ended up going all the way back to the back wall.
Yeah.
Like we were looking straight and he told us to move. I went all the way around and went all the way back to the bathroom area.
Yeah.
And it was a dead shot right down an aisle. And I stood there and didn't have to move. I saw.
But could you hear anything?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, because there was actually a couple of media people next to me, like taking pictures and all that. So it was like quiet and kind of like, blocked off. So, okay, let's walk through this trailer.
So that, all right.
Actually, you want to bring it up, or I can.
Well, do you want to finish Celebration first?
No, I don't. Bring it up, and we're not gonna watch it, but we're gonna kind of walk through it because there's a lot.
We are gonna watch it.
For how simple it was, like no dialogue, no nothing. It's
Hey, look, it's us.
Did you tear up?
Fuck yeah, I teared up. I couldn't even hear what was going on, and I was I was crying my eyes out.
I was crying. That's why I couldn't hear it.
I literally
tears in my ears, bro.
The tears were just.
Got swimmer's ear from my own ears. Tears. All right, bring this up.
My own ears, tears.
My tear ears.
gonads tangle in the water.
Okay.
Sorry.
At first, I thought it was a Star Wars porno.
I know it's not a great way to start things off.
That's how she starts, is jerking it in Jakku. She looks, all right, pause it. I feel bad saying this. She looks,
Don't say it, because I heard what you said at the con and I disagree.
I think she looks like too skinny.
No, dude. She's been training her ass off. She looks ripped. She's ready to fuck shit up.
She doesn't look ripped. That's kind of my point.
You can't see it. All you can see is her collarbone.
Well, that's the issue. I can see it.
Maybe she just has a pronounced collarbone.
Is that right?
Daisy, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
No,
I love you.
I thought she looked jacked and ate. Like she was training. She had that bow and everything. Or her staff, I'm sorry.
The bow?
I went Katniss Everdeen.
I want to see a Star Wars character with the bow.
Ray Everdeen. Dude!
Ray Everdeen? What?
No, I'm just saying, if we saw like a bow and arrow of
cool.
some type, like even if it was a laser bow and arrow, you know what I'm saying? If they can make it work, almost like a crossbow.
Yeah.
Just saying. Or like a Gungan.
I hear you.
Like the Gungan,
That's the Ewoks. I'm sorry. All right.
you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're
All
saying.
right, so she jerks off real quick. She's staring off.
And then the only dialogue in this is a voiceover from Lucas.
This was cool.
Luke.
Pause it. So Jacob Weiss mentioned this, and I loved this cinematography, but I couldn't put a name to it. He said it's very Western.
Yep.
Like gunslinger Western. So we see her, we see the expanse of the mountains. I'm assuming right now it's Tatooine.
I'm assuming as well, Tatooine.
Maybe there's like a 5% chance that it's like Jakku.
There also is a bunch of shit in the Aftermath trilogy about
Jeddah?
no, about Jakku. Palpatine was trying to find pathways into the unknown regions, and Jakku is like they had God damn, sorry, I'm stumbling. The Empire had an outpost there because it was so far out. It was like on its way to one of those hyperspace lanes into the unknown regions. I could be flubbing some of that, but
Wait, so you're saying on Jakku?
on Jakku,
Okay.
yeah. And
So
Rey
you're
obviously had
suggesting-
no idea.
You're
but-
suggesting this might be Jakku. Okay, so
well, that's
we're-
why the Battle of Jakku like ended.
Well,
Basically ended the whole
we're
war.
linking a lot of shit here.
Yeah.
Because if he was there, let's call it 18 years ago, maybe she got lost on his voyage through to the...
Observatory, that's what it is.
Yes, I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. But I know what you're talking about because that's the Battlefront 2
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, with the compass or whatever. The Jack Black's compass.
I don't know if the compass ties in.
Jack Sparrow's compass.
Yes.
Okay, very gunslinger right here.
I don't know if you can see it probably in this, but you can already see the TIE fighter way out in the distance. It's a gorgeous shot. It looks amazing.
It legitimately, because of all the sand and everything, is very Western cowboy gunslinger too.
Yeah.
Not even just the cinematography, just the setting too.
Oh, it's great.
It is great. And then the shot where it's right there, perfect gunslinger. Perfect gunslinger, especially with the gun.
She still has that blaster.
Han's blaster.
Just the screech from out in the distance is amazing.
She like,
So what do we think is... All right, first of all, this starts kind of like the episode 1 trailer, which is cool. Tying everything together. Is she training here? Is Kylo hunting her down? What do you think's happening?
I mean, so many theories can be wrapped around this. They do this on purpose, but in the end, they've stayed pretty true. Like if they show you something, that's what it is. Like we're always, oh, maybe Poe's piloting. Maybe this is fake. No, that's Kylo in it. He's
Yeah.
chasing her down for,
Well, you
for
can-
something.
Yeah. But, I mean, he could have just shot her from far away.
He would have missed. She also probably could have blocked it or done some, I don't know. There's always a way
Blocking
out.
the TIE fighter blast with your lightsaber? That's like some expanded universe Luke nonsense.
But it's also, she could have just jumped out of the way. This is supposed to be episode 6 Rey,
Yeah,
per se.
She's had some training. That's
She's-
what Luke
she's
was
ready.
saying. We passed on all we know. You read those books.
She's ready.
Secret Jedi text.
She could, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every generation has a legend.
Because I know some people are theorizing about it being like maybe this is after her and Kylo team up and they're like practicing for something. But
Oh,
I don't
I'm
know.
sorry. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Pause it for a second. Chakotay said, or I'm sorry, Shinobi. Chirrut Imwe had a long bow type blaster. Yeah, I was trying to
Oh,
think like,
wow.
duh, yeah.
Yeah.
So he had like a bow blaster.
We are
sort of deal.
dumb. We are drunk. What
But
do you
he
want?
also took down a goddamn TIE fighter with it. Ignite, that stance is tits,
See,
man.
that's Kylo's gloves. That's Kylo. for sure.
Yeah, but that could have been taken out of another flight sequence.
That's true. That is one of the stills they showed, is him in the cockpit. It looks dope.
Running in sand, man. She's got to have some calf work here.
Dude, that shot is so fucking good, man. Dude, I don't care.
This is where it hit me. I got goosebumps. Like that initial, like it was a perfect setup, and then you see her do something that we've never really seen. A fucker
In Star Wars,
jump over a speeding.
a ship chasing down a human, and you jump like.
I mean, we get kind of that point with Anakin. He's doing some crazy jumping out of ships and falling and all this. Obi-Wan jumps out of that building in episode 2.
Yeah, but this is one-on-one, a TIE fighter hunting down a person. Like
Yeah.
that flip and everything is just incredible.
This dark planet. This almost reminds me of that TIE fighter base or whatever in Rogue One with Galen Erso.
Edu, yeah.
Edu.
It kind of looks like it's snowing though.
Oh, it kind of does.
It's hard to, when I pause it, it's hard to tell, but it looks like it's snowing.
Maybe this is Gungan City. It's a hidden city in the clouds.
That's what I thought when I saw those lights and everything. Also, there's been some speculation that this ship is the same one that you see take off on Jakku. I think this is just an A-wing. Because that other ship on Jakku, it looks like it has like some storage underneath of it, and this is very slim. It just looks like an A-wing. So I don't know if that's true. And then this...
Kylo, this looks straight like...
Dude, he stabs him with the
crossguard
of his saber, picks him up, and slams him down. And that looks... And the guy all the way to the right looks like the Knights of Ren peeps from the poster, the quote-unquote leak fake poster.
You think they're like turning on him?
When I saw this and put those two things together, I was like, Palpatine has something. Kylo wants it. The Knights of Ren are supposed to guard it, and he wants it so bad that he's going against and killing all the Knights of Ren to get to it.
Wait, say that again?
So the Knights of Ren, my theory is the Knights of Ren are...
Hunting down?
No, they're like guardians of like Sith knowledge. So they're keeping holocrons or keeping relics or whatever, and they're supposed to protect it and keep it going. And he wants whatever they have, and they're trying to guard it, and he wants it so bad that he turned on the Knights of Ren and he's killing them all just to get Palpatine's holocron or whatever it might be.
That would be a cool Sith thing to do, because if you're worthy, you'll be able to get past the Knights of Ren or whatever guardians are standing in your way.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good, like, prove yourself, bitch. There's all 11 motherfuckers out here. They don't like you.
That's my thought. Because, like, wasn't it... I don't know if it was fact or just a theory that the Knights of Ren were, like, obsessed with dark side relics, and they're the ones that got Vader's helmet in the first place. Is that true?
I'm not listening to you at all.
All right.
I'm sorry. Well, we're getting into a fucking high point right here. Though I'm just thinking Sith relics, Jedi relics, holocrons, all this shit we never see.
Not in movies.
But it's the cool shit that's like connects everything to the past.
Yeah.
We're trying to connect everything to the past right here, whether it's Jedi with the sacred texts, which was cool. They all of a sudden on the Jedi side, we have some important shit that was passed down.
Ancient knowledge.
That's so underplayed. So underplayed. Because I think, do you think we'll see Rey reading the sacred texts and like not flashbacks but getting visits from Jedi? Beware of what Yoda said here.
I think we're gonna see Rey in 9 having already read those and done some training, if the voiceover is to be believed, because Luke kind of says we passed on all we know, 1,000 generations, whatever.
It all lives in you.
And he says the same thing in episode 8. This temple was built 1,000 generations ago to house the original texts. So I'm assuming that she's already read them. This is 3 years, whatever. She's done training. She's all rebuilt the lightsaber. She's ready to roll.
So the scene that we paused on here, we got Kylo revamping his badass helmet.
He's not revamping it. Somebody is. You look at that. Look at how the hairy hand there.
Oh my God! You just blew my mind.
No,
I
watched it 100 times already.
Is someone else trying to become Kylo?
No, I'm thinking like,
what if it's Rey going undercover as Kylo?
No,
they all, no matter what, someone goes undercover. Just put on his helmet. They'll walk you right in.
I'm thinking
just like the goddamn celebration. You don't even have to have a badge or anything. Just walk in and look nerdy.
I'm thinking Kylo doesn't think he wants the helmet, and then someone's like, maybe it's a Knights of Ren or something. He's like, you need the helmet in order to do what you need to do.
Or what I'm thinking is to go back to infiltrate the Knights of Ren, he has to have the helmet. They don't know what Ben Solo looks like.
Most people don't know what Ben Solo
So
looks
he's
like.
got to put the piece back together, put it on, and then walk the fuck in.
Well, especially in the First Order, it's... Oh, never mind. I blew my own theory.
But that's that. Well, first again, I want to talk about this because in so many aspects of the Sith, especially in like Knights of the Old Republic and SWTOR, we see their physical face crack when they fall real into the dark side. It gets real pale, crack, bleeding, craziness.
Yeah.
This is almost like symbology. Simba.
Where's that joke come from? Why do we say that all the time?
It's Boondock Saints.
Oh.
Because there's a stupid cop. He's like, "What's the symbolism?" And he's like, "Symbology." I think the word you're looking for is symbolism. But yeah, so I think this stands for a lot, and they could put this in so many different ways. But first of all, it looks fucking badass.
Second of all, this is not anyone redoing what happened in Episode 8. So get that out of your face right now.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Kylo
He broke
needed... No.
JJ went straight up went, "They broke what?" Put it back together. Jesus Christ. That helmet was badass.
What if JJ moves Kylo's scar back to where it was?
This is actually a deleted scene. This is JJ's hands. He's putting the helmet back together behind the scenes.
Yeah, JJ usually wear gloves.
Oh my God, Ryan, you fucked up. This helmet's badass.
No, the symbolism there is like Kylo needed to get rid of the mask, shed that identity, discover who he truly is. And now if he needs the mask for a purpose or he feels, I don't know, he needs
Empowered.
armor on his fucking face or something, like something simple.
Maybe he's empowered by
He's
it.
ready to go. Snoke's gone. He's the fucking supreme leader. And he is going to build the mask back up. And it's exactly what he needed it. So, anyways. So, all right. Then we got Finn and Poe. Finn finally in his own fucking costume. Outfit,
He's finally
clothes.
Let's not let this get past you. Holding Rey's staff.
Yep.
What if it's a lightsaber? I still want this fucking thing to be a lightsaber.
I know.
Like
They
even if it's
made the end look too similar to Darth Maul's lightsaber hilt.
like even if it's a single blade and it's like a staff blade.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, that'd be dope. Yeah, what are your thoughts, actually? Let's go back to the first scene. The fact that Rey it's still just Anakin's saber and it's back to what it normally is.
Well,
Like she repaired it just and made it look exactly the same. Like it's not hers. She didn't make her own.
I think it's something along the lines, and it's very human of these characters, is we put purpose into stuff, meaning into stuff that we want, that we like, that we enjoy. So if Kylo thinks the lightsaber is important, there's a power in that. And I think Rey sees the history in it. There's a power in that. And
JJ is definitely focusing on it.
Well, and now in Star Wars, we see she fucking touched it, and there's an actual physical power.
Yeah, no.
there's more than just meaning behind this. There's power, and then we see that same thing in Episode 7 with the Vader helmet. Like he's speaking to it, trying to get like secret Sith teachings out of it. So I think there's a lot to be said there. Like especially if once we're getting into Episode 9, where we think possibly there's a Sidious relic. Or something along the lines, which is going to be fucking terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, the Vader helmet's terrifying enough.
I know. The
Half
fact that
burnt, melted craziness.
Dude.
Who stole that thing? Do you think a fucking Ewok? Like, what if they backstory this where an Ewok found it and started like murdering other Ewoks, and then like a human found that? No, and I'm serious.
Like a witch doctor Ewok.
Like it just poisons people's minds because of what happened.
Well, they should have used that in the Battle for Endor. They would have won.
There's just an Ewok with Vader's helmet running around melted, and he's just.
Actually, I never thought about that. So who's there at the funeral pyre?
Leia.
Luke,
Han?
Luke, Leia, Han, Lando, the regular crew.
I don't think Lando was on Endor.
Sorry, we're gonna sidetrack ourselves right now. Hang on. I'm curious.
Oh, Shinobi says it's Darth Plagueis' saber staff. That's my theory. I love it. I love it. So we're quickly bringing up Episode 6 here, looking at the end, funeral pyre. It could be something bad.
It's not great.
Anakin looks so bad there.
I know.
Sorry.
I know.
I know it's the original. Whatever. So we've seen. Yeah, that's it. So we've seen Han. Luke is alone.
Oh, Luke's by himself.
Yeah. Sorry, if you would have asked me that.
I also think the special edition might
Where is that? Is that Oregon?
be slightly different.
Or Washington
That's
State?
the Redwoods outside of San Fran, which I'm actually going to San Fran in May. I can't wait to see Endor. Hell yeah. So it's just Luke.
How did he get off of the Death Star?
This looks different than the special edition.
How did he get off the Death Star? He was pulling onto a Lambda class?
Yeah. He yanked him onto the, I don't know if it was the Tidarium or something different, but.
So that's the last time we see Vader's helmet, obviously.
So what happens here? So Luke
Melts
walks
this
away
thing. Yeah.
while it's burning, assuming that it would just burn until it's gone. And does somebody put the fire out, or does the helmet survive the entire fire?
I assume he honestly stands there because it kind of plays it out like he doesn't walk away from it. He stands there staring at it, kind of taking it all in, and then it cuts away.
No, well, hang on, let's find out.
Yeah, that's it. And then it cuts away.
All right. Man, so I know it's a very small detail and it has nothing to do with the movie itself, but I am curious.
I have a theory.
Who got that? And I want to know where the fuck Maz got Anakin's saber at the same time.
Luke took it. What if Luke actually took it?
Just as like a memento?
No. Well, as a personal, maybe, but to protect other people. Like, there's power here. I need to take this and put it into my new Jedi Order to save other people from getting fucked by it. And then Kylo
stole it from the temple. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Also, Poe's looking like straight Indiana Jones. I fucking love it.
Indianapolis Jakku over here. Pause.
There's the new droid. They brought that mofo out on stage at the panel for episode 9.
Yeah, Tube Horn. What is his name?
Eyeglass?
I
don't know. I don't know what the fuck he's supposed to do. It's
I
like
don't know either.
It's just like
It's just a roller.
it's a megaphone on a wheel. It's a
all it
paint
is.
roller with the Lego piece, like the cone,
I'm a painter.
the Lego piece. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Jesus. All right. Oh boy, here we go, baby. Lando and Chewie in the Falcon. Man. I
When did we
said
ever-
something dumb at the live show. I was like, Lando's reunited with L3. I was like, oh, Return of the Jedi, idiot. He was already in the Falcon. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But Lando and Chewie are back together.
Lando
Not that
looking,
really matters.
looking old at Lando.
Keep making shit up. It's dope that he's wearing that old outfit, though.
Yeah, he's playing Xbox Live too. That's crazy.
Everyone's like, Lando, you got Echo on your headset. He's like, shit, this Microsoft, goddamn.
This micro. Oh, they don't show where they end up.
Of course not.
Pause.
Mad Max.
What? That almost looks like the Memphis Nest thing.
Dude, also, look at those things on the sides, like the markers for the Dune Sea in KOTOR. You know, it's like you can't go past this part.
Crate dragon. What if we see a fucking crate dragon? I'm not kidding.
I'm kidding.
What if we see a fucking crate dragon
I'm kidding.
on Tatooine? Because that's fucking Legends. Crate dragons are on Tatooine.
They're not legends. They're
Crate dragons on
canon.
Tatooine
Like the
are-
fact that crate dragons exist is canon.
Yeah, but crate dragons on Tatooine from
Yeah.
KOTOR
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Legends.
Well, no, there's a skeleton of one in
Oh my baby.
A New Hope. So Mad Max,
A New Hope. More like an old movie.
Finn and Poe are riding the speeder with 3PO, getting blasted by people.
I hope this is where C-3PO dies. That's an A-Wing going down. It does
Yeah,
look like
and
the same.
also, so I've watched a few breakdown. What the fuck just happened?
This is YouTube, bro.
Oh
Go back 10
sorry.
seconds.
I thought I was in QuickTime. People are speculating that this is actually flying past a old school, like Clone Wars era Star Destroyer. Like if you look at the bridge there,
Well, it doesn't have
it's
the balls
really
on
hard
top.
to tell.
Doesn't have the balls on top.
Exactly.
Huh?
It's really
is-
impossible to tell.
What is this supposed to be?
That's the medal that she gave everybody at the end of A New Hope.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think that's Han's probably. What?
No, it's not nothing bad. I'm just they're tying everything together. They're doing what they need to do. JJ in JJ I trust, man.
100,000,000,000%.
What if Kerner's saying Crate Dragon, Pearl, and Rey's saber? What if she, to fix the Skywalker saber, has to get something like that? I'm not fucking around. I don't give a damn.
I am,
You're
but
over
I
here.
could've- dude,
No,
I
you're not
love it.
taking Star Wars serious enough. I love this shit. I do a podcast about it, bro.
What if she, instead of like Obi-Wan riding that yelping dragon on Utapau, what if she's riding a crate dragon around? She doesn't have to fight Kylo. The crate dragon's just going to eat it. All right, sorry. Keep going.
Pause.
Tears.
Okay. This looks CGI'd. Okay, whoa. And I'm not
Get
saying that.
outta
Oh, shut the
here.
fuck up. I'm not
Get
saying
out of here.
I'm trying to say is this looks like a scene that they took from 8. This is the scene they took from 8, and they brought it over.
Well, that's what they're doing with all of her stuff.
So I am correct. And then when they show the back of her head here, it look like Leia. Look how light her hair is.
Well, they have to do it somehow. They have to make it work.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying when we're looking at this, boom, that's not her.
No, it's not.
So this was redone.
And also
Ray looks skinnier from this point of view.
And most likely right here, that's not. They never filmed that. That's just some old woman's hands.
Yeah.
You know.
And pause this again. I'm not saying this as like this is a bad thing. I'm just piecing this together. Like this is clearly that is an episode 8 scene.
I got you.
One way or another.
Just don't do the thing where people are like Rogue One. Oh, Tarkin looks terrible.
No.
Motherfucker, they revived dead dude. With
I'm
a
just
computer.
pointing stuff out, man. Yeah, because that's clearly not her right there, which is fine. Chewie's still in the background. R2's not here.
I was
died.
gonna say he can't really go on grass.
R2 died.
Either. He can't ride on grass anyways.
He flies. He's
if
a flyer.
R2 dies and 3PO doesn't, I'll be upset.
You'll be pissed that if R2 doesn't die?
No, if R2 goes out but 3PO doesn't and he's going on some secret mission with them, I'll be pissed.
All right, so this is a huge wraparound. We've got the droids, all 3 of them minus ball droid. What's the other one? BB-8.
And the new one.
Chewie and Rey were together in 8. Poe was running around with the Resistance, and Fuck Around was on Canto Bight rolling the dice. Now this is kind of even though it's a accumulation of all the trilogies, it's also everybody's back together.
I was gonna say one of the things I'm most excited for is the sequel trilogy trio finally being a trio.
A trio, because that hasn't
They've
happened
always
yet.
been split up.
Yeah. Boom.
Dude, the money shot. Like, what?
But she's also got like a backpack she's holding. I wonder if she's delivering something or trying to steal something.
Hey, Ben, I found a holocron. Here you go.
Remember in Pokemon where you had to deliver the knapsack to Precious Plum?
Did you get her bicycle from the bicycle shop yet?
You had to get a voucher for it.
So we're obviously looking at the crashed firing disc of the Death Star. I'm assuming this is Death Star 2.
There's no other way. Yavin was
They blew up in almost the same way, though.
Well, I think it was the exact same footage.
I
I don't think they did it twice.
Death Star 2 makes more sense because Palpatine was on it.
Yeah, maybe this is Palpatine's Uber Eats and they're just delivering this shit.
Grubhub, motherfucker. Jesus.
You ordered Chipotle, Mr. Emperor.
Make sure you leave a tip. I got here real quick. So Palpatine obviously died inside Death Star 2, and if he's back, it makes sense that this is the second one because he would be tied to it in some way. Because his throne room was there. He probably had relics and shit there.
So we're assuming this is Endor?
That's the next question I was going to ask. I don't know if it's Endor. It doesn't look like Endor.
Or maybe, because Endor's so foresty. But not to pull something out of nowhere, the Ewok movie that we saw, it was much more than forest. There was like prairies
That's
and
true.
there was a lot there.
That's true. Can you imagine if JJ's like, oh yeah, the Ewoks movie. That looks pretty cool there. Let's find a scene that looks like that.
But to legitimize it, sure. I feel like he would pull something like that. Like, what would Endor look like? Well, this is what it's looked like in the past. That's fine.
I got to pull up episode 6 again. Motherfucker in here in the chat just said you can see it fall, which I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I think he's talking up his butt. That's an amazing thing I just paused on. The will of the Force.
So
God.
be it.
Jedi.
Endor's got grassy plains.
That's one of the coolest ships in Star Wars.
And I just asked. He does, and it does actually show him taking off in Lambda class.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
All right, so there it explodes.
No, it just blows up, bro.
There's some pieces.
Yeah.
That's enough to go on. That's
Yep.
all you need. That's all you need for Jada to be like, okay, yep, this one whole section just crashed. All right. Well, I'm convinced.
Okay. I thought he meant like in space. You could see it just like drop. I was like, what? No.
Right. But that's all you need to go on.
Absolutely.
All right, so this is definitely Endor.
Dude,
That's
pause
an
it
epic
again.
shot.
Pause
dude.
it again.
That's an amazingly epic shot. What? Say it. Speak it.
Will you be happy if we see Ewoks again?
Not-
I mean, we're here. We are here.
Not really.
What if it's a slightly advanced race? I mean, we're talking 60 years. What if they advance very quickly?
What if the Ewoks only live in the forested areas of Endor?
Yeah. I mean, you can go to Naboo and never meet a Gungan. I
Yeah.
completely like that. I'm okay with that.
I don't think we have to see them.
Dewbacks. I better say goddamn flying dewback. They got him over there.
And here is the big reveal. And no one that's listening can hear this, but Palpatine's cackling, baby.
Yeah. So we got Star Wars and kind of a dark blue, purplish. The
And
Rise
if-
of Skywalker.
And if anybody didn't catch it, that theme at the end, it's like hinting at Kylo's theme. It like starts. That was a great reenactment. It starts to hint at Kylo's theme, and then it like resolves into something a little more positive. So
So it's the redemption of Kylo.
I think it's
That's
just
what the theme suggests.
they're gonna do some fishy things to loop the entire the entire saga together. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. Ben's a Skywalker. The Rise of Skywalker. Ben is redeemed. He does something to save everybody. I just think it makes way too much sense. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the name?
All right. They're going to make it right. This right now, as it sits, is not the best name. I don't think anybody's going to sit there and be like, dude, The Rise of Skywalker, perfect fucking name. I love it. Because it's a teaser. That's what it is. We haven't seen this shit played out. We don't even know what Skywalker, first of all, who specifically we're talking about. Second of all, what Skywalker may or may not become. Because we were all suggesting it's time for the Jedi to end. There might be a whole new thing of where they're just going to call them Skywalkers.
Don't even start with me.
I love it.
You may as well say Palpatine is Rey's granddad or something. That's silly.
No, I'm saying Skywalker has more of an ideology, like the Jedi.
Nah.
We're the Skywalker.
If they start
Are you
calling
a Skywalker?
people, are you a Skywalker Padawan or a Skywalker apprentice or a Skywalker master?
I love it.
No.
I absolutely love it. Because first of all, the name Skywalker is the most outrageous thing ever. And then when you think about it as if you break it down, a Skywalker, that's what the Jedi are. They're fucking flipping around, moving shit.
No, I'm not about it. I'm going to start watching Star Trek if they do that. That sounds so dumb. I can't even handle it. Level 7 Skywalker.
Roll farm boy over here. Yep, Jedi need to end. Gonna be Skywalker. So Roll Farm Boy's on the show. Commander's gone. He's a
Get
Star
outta
Trek
here.
Star Trek podcast over here.
They already
Right here.
established it.
Force sensitive Chiss children are called Skywalkers already.
What fucking legend book do you pull that
No,
out of, Kenobi?
it doesn't matter where it's from. You already hate it.
I do.
You've decided that you hate it.
That's true.
So even if it becomes awesome, perfect, and logical, you've already on camera.
The idea of using the last name to identify.
It's not a last name though. Like Shmi was probably given the name Skywalker because he was a slave. Anakin never owned it. He was a slave.
I
There's
don't know.
no Skywalker was a made up thing.
Maybe. Where's Shmi come from? Who's your dad?
I guarantee you, it's Palpatine. It's the wraparound full of Palpatine.
I know. I don't love the idea of using that to like label people though. That sounds silly to me. I think it's just, it's Ben. Ben is a Skywalker. He has the Skywalker blood. Luke said it. It's canon. It's real. He's Leia's daughter. He's Leia's son.
Luke's the last person I would listen to. Just saying.
Nah.
If I'm gonna
Also-
listen, because
Luke already established in 8 that the Jedi weren't gone.
yeah, but it was happen. I don't know. I don't want to bring down Luke because what they did in 8 with Luke was great. I really did love him.
Yeah.
But out of all the Jedi that have ever existed, he is the last one I would listen to.
Kerner just said the most logical thing he's ever said. Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. Because Sith and Jedi are
Skywalker.
things, yeah. If the pattern continues, the ideology of Skywalker makes the most sense.
Yeah, it's not a person. It's a group. It's a group of people. It's
I don't love it. But
What are your? I mean, so obviously the Rise of Skywalker, you're not a big fan of.
The title, no, I'm not huge on it.
I mean, I'm not either. I'm not gonna sit here because it doesn't mean anything to me yet.
Right.
I gotta watch
Right.
the movie.
Right. No, 100%.
But everybody's worried about who the Skywalker is. I think we're getting somewhere where what Skywalker is.
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, if they are the last of the Jedi Order and Luke has this whole legend around him, especially after
Let me get into
everything that
camera
went
here.
down on Crate
Jesus.
and all that.
Christmas badasses. See us?
Everything that went down on
Happy Easter.
on Crate with his force projection.
Skywalker is risen.
Skywalker is like a legend. So Luke is almost a mythical being. And there is no Jedi left. So that almost makes sense that just the people that know about them
Broom
would
Boy's a
just
Skywalker.
dub them Skywalker.
Broom Boy's gonna be a
Yeah,
Skywalker.
they could pull it together. I don't know. Maybe I'm living in the past.
Return
I'm
of the
too
Broom Boy.
attached to my feelings.
Me and Shinobi are on the same wavelength.
I'm being
right now.
too cliche of a Star Wars fan by saying that I hate it immediately. We'll
But
see.
you didn't. It's just like, okay, the Rise of Skywalker. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
I felt like it was a cop out right away, and then you just sit there and think like the potential
Yeah.
that it could lead to, or what it could actually mean.
Yeah.
There's a lot there. Because let's start getting into it. If you're going to talk about who they're talking about, obviously Rey is an option. She could be somehow a Skywalker. Kylo,
it's Ben. It's so obviously Ben.
Leia's still around, and we've talked about the theory where Leia doesn't die, which everybody's assuming. Come on, when is she gonna die? It could be the rise of fucking Leia, who is the best Jedi of all time because no one knew she was a Jedi, and she has the knowledge, obviously, to fix the lightsaber. She's probably got a lightsaber of her own. What if that's what they took out of fucking Episode 8 was a lightsaber?
She says at the end when they're sitting there with the broken lightsabers, she says, "We have everything we need."
Yep. She is the key.
And maybe she starts reading those books that Rey stole.
A New Hope. That was Leia, not Luke.
Damn.
I mean, we could really just start twisting everything. You twist one thing in Episode 4, and it changes the whole spectrum. Just a certain point of view, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, Lucas just wrote his own workaround into everything.
I don't know what other Skywalker there could be a rise of. Rey, Kylo's the obvious one. Who technically, he's Skywalker blood, but he's not Skywalker. And then, Leia.
Rey,
Leia's not the last name Skywalker
I'm
either, though.
picturing Rey as the catalyst to bring about who Ben Solo is meant to be. Like it took Rey having the courage and strength to try to turn Ben Solo and to put some trust in him for him to actually like own up and be who he's supposed to be and come back from the dark side. I think it's just so obvious that Ben is the Skywalker in this final chapter. There is another. Leia is the other.
But Ben on the live chat here just said there is another Skywalker. Obviously, that was the dying words of Yoda. But the way he says it almost suggests what we're talking about, like Skywalker as a title. There is another Skywalker.
Yeah,
there's another fucker out there.
Back then, obviously, he meant Leia, but now it could mean anything. We skipped over Palpatine's cackle to talk about the title. So Palpatine. My first question is, if they were so bold, like Kenobi, to put Palpatine's cackle in the teaser trailer, what the fuck surprises do they have for us in the actual movie? Like, what are they actually going to reveal?
Or the actual trailer.
Or the next trailer, yeah.
When the fuck's that going to come out?
It's closer to
2 weeks before
September.
it comes out?
Yeah, September, October.
Jesus.
Something. Yeah.
It's very fitting.
They are so far behind schedule on this. I was watching a breakdown of...
But are you mad at it, though?
No, I'm not. I'm just, they're like, the way movies go, they are so far behind schedule on this film. JJ's going to pull it together, dude. He's a savage. I love him so much.
Have we heard anything about, like, maybe Ryan and JJ working together for 9? Like, I know it's JJ's movie, but to, like, smooth shit over. This is what I was going for in 8. What?
People always forget to listen to this, but they all have talked. They all know what's going on. Like, Kathy sat down with people and, like...
8 was written before
this is
7
the
came out.
overall thing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if Palpatine was planned when they started working on episode 7.
Jesus.
But they knew where Ben and Rey were going to end up. Like, that was already planned out. It's not like they're just, firing randomly. So Palpatine, He's back. He's not really back. If he's physically back, that would be ridiculous.
I would
Like if he survived.
That's cringe to me.
Or if he did the clone thing like in Dark Empire or whatever it was, like no.
What if he doesn't come back at all? What if it's just kind of a background thing where it's just like he created the Skywalkers. Let's just say in a ritual, created Anakin. He lived throughout the rise of Anakin and the downfall of Vader, whatever, and that was his lifetime.
It was.
He lived a great life, and then it kind of comes to a accumulation right at the end where it's the end of his Sith rule. It's finally coming to the end. The Empire, the First Order, Kylo, like all this was strings of Palpatine at the top. Not necessarily that he's in it, but it's his story. It's his overarching plot, even though it's the Skywalker story.
Right.
I guess is my...
Yeah, because I mean, he's kind of responsible for creating the Skywalker legacy in the first place. So it makes too much sense.
He created the Skywalkers.
He's the Phantom Menace, and then it turns around in Episode 9, he's closing things out.
Well, it's the rise of what he created.
Yeah.
Finally, on the good end.
Yeah.
They spent too much time on the dark side.
My initial reaction when I heard this was, it's got to be just a holocron. There's got to be some legacy of him, relics, and then you think about those droids that he left in Battlefront, like contingency plans. He probably had 1,000 different shit.
Dude,
That if something goes wrong, put all this stuff into play, and he has his memory is in this one thing, and he's got a holocron here, and he's got a droid here, and he's got archives here.
Think about this.
It could be any number of things.
Think about this.
I'm
All
thinking.
Episode 5. Yeah. Luke tries to kill himself, slides down happy slides in Bespin, finds a hole.
Did we learn that recently?
What?
Like he gave up and tried to die right there.
And then he like floated.
I
Force.
just never connected that.
He'd rather die than join his father.
For whatever reason, I never thought that.
He wasn't aiming towards slide number 1.
Maybe that's why I thought it was so dumb that he ended up in a little
Dude.
Discovery Zone shoot.
Yeah, DZ.
All right, keep going. I don't want to distract
so
you.
if we're gonna suggest that goddamn Luke can do that shit, the Emperor getting thrown down the chute, he could survive.
He could, but if he physically survived, what's he been doing for 30 years?
Getting back to power. It's not an instant thing, but it would be behind the scenes because he was the Emperor. He was the guy. People, while they didn't know who he was a physical being. Now he could be pulling strings from the back.
So is Snoke just a puppet of him then?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know, man. I think there's a void that was left when he died. I keep going back to Snoke. I fucking love this character. I want to know more about him.
He could be a
be
bitch.
anything.
He could be an absolute bitch, just like the rest of them. Anyone Vader was a bitch compared to Palpatine.
Vader was a bitch every once in a while.
Well, yeah.
He also killed everything in the galaxy.
So,
yeah, I don't think he's physically back. Curtis here. I heard he's actually supposed to be physically back, allegedly. I don't know, man. That smells stinkity. I don't know.
Oh my God, Snoke is a bad clone. What if it was like a failed clone?
That's why his face is all fucked up.
Ooh. Because let's not dance around it. Because Snoke had a very lavish.
God, it could be anything.
Snoke was very lavish. He had very glittery, bedazzled robes and shit. Palpatine wasn't not lavish, especially when he was Chancellor. He was wearing some nice shit, velvet all the undies and shit. Velvet undies.
I saw those undies. They were great.
I liked them. I ordered a couple pair myself.
Yeah, I mean, if you go as far as to say that Darth Maul was cut in half
shipping
and fell,
Naboo.
Amazon Prime, 2
Hand
days,
stitched by Gungans.
Gungans. Darth Maul was cut in half, fell out on a chute, and came
Lived.
back.
Lived.
Technically, Palpatine could.
Palpatine probably electrocuted down to make the big boom and floated up because of the I mean, come on.
I mean, you see him floating around in Battlefront.
He's a flyer.
One.
He's a killer.
I don't know, man.
He's a killer.
I'm an emperor.
I'm an emperor.
I don't know. I really don't know. It could be anything.
Let's name one person. Like, let's take a step back. Let's name one person in all of Star Wars that if thrown down a chute would live.
Yeah, him. Or Vader.
Maybe Anakin.
Vader, yeah.
Anakin or him.
Surprised Vader didn't crawl off that goddamn funeral pyre and be like, Luke, what the hell?
Yeah. Episode 9 is gonna be great, man. I'm hyped. I think they did a great job. First of all, Rey looks fucking psychotic badass. They barely showed Kylo, which is cool, but he was piloting his ship, and then like Crossguard stabbed that dude, and then that was it. Then they showed the group all together going after the Death Star dish.
This was Rey's trailer for sure. I think the next trailer is going to be more focused on Kylo. Damn, I don't know. They really could go any direction with it. I think they're going to do it perfectly, whatever it is.
Everybody's going to die but Chewie.
I think so. Yeah, Chewie's a savage. He's not going anywhere.
Welcome, Dr. Galactopus. Nice name.
Yeah.
He asked, you guys going to talk about the new Star Wars game EA is coming out with?
We will shortly. Got a few things to touch on as well.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's
Godzilla vs. Kong. Did you see that?
Get the fuck out. Get out.
That trailer came out.
Get out.
They finished.
I don't care.
They finished it.
I don't care about that.
Well, you're no longer a fan of anything. You went to a celebration.
A fan of anything. I just don't want to watch King Kong movies. I'm trying to watch Thrones and get psyched for Star Wars.
Thrones had made me horny.
What up, Sean? Hello there. All right, so that's our Rise of Skywalker trailer breakdown and thoughts and theories and predictions.
What do you really like? You sound like down and out about this. Do you not think this is going to be the greatest Star Wars film of all time?
No, 1,000,000%. I'm down and out about the idea of Palpatine being physically back as a villain. I don't think that's going to happen.
But if he does, you're still going to fucking love it.
If he does, they're going to do it perfectly. I have faith in JJ. That's what I'm saying.
So you're not.
I just
you
don't
have
think
no
he would
complaints.
do that in a feature film. I
don't want to see this, this, and this. But if they do this, this, and this, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah,
and I'm
I
gonna
hate
love
the
it.
title, but if they do it right, I'm going to love the title. Palpatine's not back, but if he's back, I'm going to love it.
Show Maul, and I'll love it. I want to see Maul. I want to see Maul versus
Savage Press
Windu.
versus
Windu.
Anakin Skywalker.
Savage Press versus Windu against the ring army of the clones of.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely excited. I think this was the perfect way to present things at Celebration, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
I was gonna say something. You cut me off. Fuck.
Kill, fuck, marry.
Padme.
Katniss Everdeen.
Have you seen that meme?
Yeah, Padme.
It just says Padme.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just like Padme.
Kill, fuck, marry. Padme. That's it. Darth Vader. I got it. What's up, baby? Next few Rogue Squadron pod shows gonna be really good.
You said Rouge.
Seriously, though.
I've done that before. I'm okay with that.
Farm Boys.
I was gonna say something before you cut me off about episode 9.
Dude, how badass? Let me ask you this. We danced around her because that's a good thing. How badass is Leia gonna be in this?
I don't know.
She's gonna be a pivotal fucking point. She's the last tie to the original trilogy. I mean, okay, Lando's here. Chewbacca's there. Co-pilot, get it, badass. That's it. Leia's gonna be the last hard tie to all of the original trilogy movies.
I'm ignoring you because I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say, but I can't. So we're
I'm
gonna move
hyped.
on. No, I'm beyond hyped. I'm very hyped. I'm excited. All right, so this was Friday morning in Celebration.
Man, and then there was the rest of it. No
Then
one else
we-
gave a shit about the
We
rest of it.
walked around a little bit, and then we got ready for the after party and the podcast Saturday.
Yes, Hogan. I just said about Lando. He's in 1.5 movies. Cool character. Well,
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
true. He's in 3 movies
No,
now.
he's in
Well,
2
4.
movies. 2 movies. He's in half of 5.
Empire 5, 6, Solo, and now he's in 9.
So about 2 movies.
All right, calm down. So
That's my
Saturday, the main panel was
bad.
Galaxy's Edge.
No,
Saturday. Galaxy's
No.
Edge, yeah.
no, it was Fallen Order.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, I'm thinking of the first panel of the day. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
was Galaxy's Edge.
The main one.
But then the main one was Fallen Order, so we can talk about that. So I can't remember the actor's name. I'm very sorry, but the second youngest brother, the redhead from Shameless, and the Joker in
Oh.
Gotham is the lead in Fallen Order.
Ian from Shameless.
Yes, Ian is his name. I can't remember the actor's name. I'm very sorry. I could look it up, but my keyboard's right there.
All right,
I got a beer in my
so
hand, so-
Roll, we got Benj, and we got Knights of Scene.
I think that was Sean from Twitter. What up, bitch?
Fallen Order. You want to get into Fallen Order? Let's bring that thing up real quick too.
Yeah.
So Fallen Order, we're really shaky. We're really hopeful, but I feel like, okay, episode 9, even if it's bad, it's going to be good. This, if it's bad, it's going to be bad. And they could limit themselves in a very bad way. We're both very hopeful for it, but it's a reserved hopefulness.
Yeah.
First of all, boom, stop it. I knew it right away from right there. I said, that's Ian from Shameless. He's got a very unique face.
Again, because it was so loud in there and I was distracted about everything.
All right, so the setup of this, I'm assuming, is he's a Jedi. He lived through Order 66.
Yeah.
And now he's living as a rogue Jedi. He's undercover. No one can know that he has special powers because he's an enemy of the Republic.
Yeah. That's the whole voiceover is him like, don't be known. Don't do anything outrageous.
Well, and
don't get spotted. Don't use the Force.
This is what I want to fucking see because, all right.
I think the story's going to be great in this.
Listen.
You look stressed about your excitement about this.
What they could have done is just done this entire thing about Ahsoka. But she's hard tied into so much right now with Rebels, her own book, Clone Wars, and all this. Dude, if you could imagine her being an undercover Ahsoka as a rogue gray Jedi.
Nah, not for a game like this. It makes sense that they're going to start with somebody brand new.
I agree. I'm just saying this is basically what we wanted to see with Ahsoka, but just this is another Jedi that lived.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it because, one, you have customizable abilities, options, hopefully, they extend, which, honestly, that's a 0% chance because they hired in an actor. That's his voice, too. That's Ian's voice.
Customizability as far as appearance goes.
True.
Not
but
your
maybe
physical
powers.
appearance, but like different robes and shit, you know. So it looks to me, and if you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but this looks like an active class Jedi Starfighter.
Wait, what? No, that's a fucking space chess board.
No.
That's the whole game. You play space chess against R2.
No, he's uncovering the Jedi Starfighter here, and there's an astromech sitting in the fucking slot. That's the wing of it. The astromech sitting there. That's 100% what that is.
What if that's Plo Koon's?
What if that's Mace's? That looks purple.
What if it's not and it's purple?
It's either blue or purple. It's hard to tell.
Well, you're also color.
I am kind of colorblind. I'm sorry.
What am I? How many fingers am I holding up?
Orange.
That's one of my favorite things. Real quick, we'll get back to Star Wars here. That's one of my favorite things from Trailer Park Boys. Because Bubbles is so blind. How many fingers am I holding up? And he goes, "You know I hate that game." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? All right, back to Star Wars. Okay, so you're saying Episode 3 Jedi Starfighter?
Yes.
That's what you're suggesting?
Yes.
And that's an astromech
Yep.
inside the...
So what
is there buzz droids around it?
Definitely. What I'm gathering, it's a buzz droid graveyard.
Are the shields still up?
Sorry, Master. What I'm gathering from this trailer is that he obviously is undercover. He's trying to stay in hiding and act like he's not a Jedi. Something happens and the Force is telling him he has to like use his power. He's uncovering some hidden Jedi stuff. He rebuilds his lightsaber. He's discovering over like the first part of the story that he can't hide who he actually is. He has to step up and be a Jedi. That's what I'm gathering from the storyline of this.
And
trailer.
that's what the Ahsoka book's all about.
Yeah.
She's hiding, but then she notices she can still help people. So she does in like the slightest way possible, but then she's obviously found out real quick.
Yeah. Scenes like this
Love
are
it.
really cool, like Cantina stuff, Coruscant, different aliens, stormtroopers. Very, very cool. Probe droid. This shot of like this laser beam cutting the wing off a Star Destroyer is so incredible. And then his buddy falls down the Sarlacc pit. You'll see it. Why is there a Sarlacc pit on Coruscant? What's happening?
Are you serious? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a cool species. Those are one of my favorites.
Yeah, there's one of those in the sequel trilogy. I can't remember the name of them though. Sorry. So my
And the probe droid's staring right at him when that happens. What is that? Is that an Inquisitor?
It's an Inquisitor, yeah. Second sister.
Can we pause it? Can we talk about how the Inquisitors I don't give a flying fuck about?
I think you will after this.
Especially if it's bad, huh?
Who are you?
Apex? This looks... like Titanfall.
So here's this is what I was gonna say.
Pause. Who's that? Whoa, that's a clone. I didn't notice that before. It's a fucking clone.
Damn.
All right, this is the greatest game of all time.
How many emotions are going through him right now? It's like I fought with the clones, and this one's dead, and I'm sad. But also, they tried to kill my brothers and sisters.
Are we suggesting this might be on Kashyyyk? Oh, baby. Look at that. Looks like a big fucking tree.
I don't know.
These Wookiees are dead. Let's head on over there. Remember that in episode 3?
All these Wookiees are dead.
Oh, these Wookiees are dead.
Oh,
Dude, how did we miss that?
How did I? Cause, damn it! Cause I was watching it in the food hall with a million people, and I couldn't see or hear anything. I couldn't hear it. He's watching the message replay.
Yeah. I've seen that, but it didn't really hit me until that because
What if Commander Cody's in the game?
how would it Disney? Oh yeah, they never killed
What
him
if
off.
Commander Cody shows up? I'm gonna be famous.
They never killed him off. What is Jar Jar's in the game? What is that, Jordan?
That's a new trooper type.
Devil Trooper.
I got a
He
pin.
makes a beer.
I got a pin. They gave pins out.
That's Dave.
Oh, also posters. I'll show you posters.
That's Dave. That's Devil Dave Trooper. If you guys aren't familiar. Fallen Order. Yeah.
Sorry.
You got it.
Keep going. Purge trooper.
Execute Order. Purge Trooper.
Looks like they got the Magna Guard staff.
Okay, so up to this point, oh, there it is.
He stops the fan with the force.
There's a Junta Paul,
You're a Junta Paul.
a Junta Saul,
Whoa.
a Junta Saul Guerrera. I don't like the Inquisitors. Trust. Shh, no one.
In the force. Trust only in the force. And he ignites it.
So
All right,
that's suggesting that you don't start out with the lightsaber because he was looking at it like
right. Like he doesn't want to. He's trying to
Fuck.
stay hidden. Yeah.
I
Like
found
KOTOR
this.
style. Like you start and you don't. Yeah.
I guarantee you it's not his. You have to find it along the way, and then he like
It might be his. I think he has like stuff in a vault hidden somewhere.
probably like shit. This would be really useful right now,
No,
but also it's gonna get me killed.
Yeah. So my reservations for this game are personal and based on like the types of games that I like to play. I'm worried it's going to be too close to Force Unleashed, where this is the story. Every time you play it, it's going to be this. And you can tweak a few things, like here's some different robes, and you can upgrade this skill tree instead of that skill tree. But I'm worried that it's not going to be RPG enough for my tastes, and it's just going to be like an action game, you know?
If you just make it Mass Effectable,
As long as it's good, you know?
make it Mass Effectable,
Like if it's good, maybe I'll come around.
because there is Mass Effect's a straight A to B.
No, it's not straight A to B. This is Shepard.
Storyline?
Here's the setup,
Storyline it is.
and here's where the game is going to end. But you can get fucking zigzag the hell out of everything on the way there.
No matter what, you're facing Saren in one.
That's true.
There's no different end. Whether you're good or bad.
Well, same as
You might
KOTOR
lose
then.
You might like lose a couple. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But make it Mass Effectable where everything's Shepard.
Now, all right, now I see what you mean. Yeah.
Everything's there, but along the way you're good, bad, different.
Dude,
feats.
how dope would it be if they did the light side, dark side thing from KOTOR? Because like you got to think the emotions that are going through a Jedi after Order 66, especially after you know that you watch the holocron message, holotransmission message, and see that the clones killed everybody. Like you could easily go dark side and be like, this is the worst thing I've ever experienced. I'm pissed, and I'm going full force against the Empire. Or you could be like, understand what's going on and like stick to the true path and be light side. That'd be dope. That'd be really dope.
I have a bad feeling about this that
So do
there's
I.
going to be no.
Look at motherfucking FedEx lightsaber with an English spelling on it. Light sabre.
La Sabre. I have a bad feeling about this in respects to there's going to be zero companions. You're not going to have anybody with you. It's going to be so Force Unleashed.
Yeah, I think so.
They're going to miss out on that.
But that's just not my type of game.
Force Unleashed.
Yeah, like I played it, the first one, It's just not. I don't prefer to play those kinds of games.
That sucks, man. They got to do this right.
Yeah.
They got to do it right. I mean, with this, it's a great start. Looks cool. There's a lot of aspects tying back to the Clone Wars and moving forward. So you're really tying prequel and original trilogy together.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
And I know they've been doing that with Rogue One and all this, but this is a hard tie because it's about the fall of the Jedi goddamn order.
Yeah. The Jedi goddamn order. Ugh. All right. So moving on, Sunday. You left before we watched this, so I don't know if you saw anything. Actually.
I watched.
So the Mandalorian panel. So what they did with this one.
We watched like the 3-minute one.
So they unfortunately blacked out the stream for this. What they did was they did the panel. They brought out Carl Weathers and Gina Carano and Pablo. Not Pablo. What the fuck's his name? Pedro. They did the whole panel thing. They talked about it.
Pedro Iglesias?
They showed a sizzle reel. They blacked out the stream for that, so unless you were in the room, you couldn't see it. And then at the end, they ended the panel early, and then they showed a whole scene. And you have to watch it bootleg online because unless you were in the room, you couldn't see anything. So,
is it weird that my beard hair touches my chest hair now, and it's really weird? It tickles.
Is it really weird that it's really weird?
It's fucking weird, bro. I feel it now. I'm like, what do you got?
If you're laying in bed looking at your phone?
Yeah. You're like, what's going on? And I laugh randomly.
All right, do you want to watch this? Or you want to save Mandalorian for a different episode?
Have we talked about new generation of Star Trek yet?
No. Shit. I didn't go to Star Trek Celebration, did I?
The dawn of time, baby. I don't know. Let's get into this. Mandalorian.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Or do you want to like watch it and
No.
focus on it?
Whoa. Let's watch this. Yes.
All right. Hold up, baby.
Do at least the opening like 2 minutes. Or no, this is 3 minutes. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right. So live streamers, you're going to see this. Listeners, we're going to try to talk through it as we go.
We hear like a...
So it's like he's tracking something.
First of all, pause. Gunslinger again, walking out on this plank of
Totally fucking Western gunslinger badass.
It's because there's no music. This is a cool thing all of a sudden. Star Wars was built on music, and I get it. Brings that epic, and it almost made Star Wars what it is. But Star Wars has gotten to a point where it's hard to imagine it without the crazy music, the epic, like all this shit. Now we're...
Whose theme is that?
Ooh-dee-dee-dee.
Da-da-da-da.
That's
Rise of the Mopar.
Rise of it.
There's also power in the silence, though.
That's my point. Like I feel,
but they've
like
done
we're finally.
that. It's not like it's
I
brand
feel
new.
like we're finally getting to the point where they can play with that.
Yeah.
You can have Star Wars without the themes.
Yeah.
That's what this is for.
Yeah.
Continue. My Uber Eats is on its way. Domino's.
God, he turned on the wrong street again. No tip for you, bitch. Need those bantha steaks in my belly right now. God, the celebration, fucking
Goddamn G Sharp.
the holiday special tuning
Sharp
fork. Dude, that's what the poster is.
Oh my God, he's at the Shire. Where's Frodo in his ring, bitch?
I heard y'all talking about Baggins. Where the fuck he at?
Where's the bags at? Frodo Dickens. I'm gonna
This
give
is the
him a Dickin.
Mandalorian poster. Dope. Keep going.
You've got what I want. You've got what I need.
But you say he's just a bounty hunter?
He just say murders children.
What we're bringing to the screen for the first time is a live-action Star Wars series.
Tatooine. Was that the Falcon? Go
5
back.
years after the Return of the Jedi.
Doubt it.
The series
It looked like the
follows
Falcon.
Star Wars series.
Right. Pause. Right there.
No, that's his ship. That's his new ship.
I'm just making sure. I saw some.
Just triple
Takes
checking.
place about 5
TIE
years
fighter.
after the Return of the Jedi.
That's Rio.
The series
Speeder bikes.
follows a Mandalorian.
Filone.
New character.
I pause it again. All right. This is really cool because the only aspect of the bounty hunters that we've seen on film are trying to kill Jedi, and that was kind of in the Clone Wars.
Wait,
well, yeah,
on
episode 2.
film, we've just seen them
Episode 2.
standing around
No, episode 2. There was the
Django and Zam.
Yeah, Django and Zam. And then in episode 5, hunting down the Falcon. But like there can be Mandalorian bounty hunters that are on the good side too. Not good, but they're hired by the good guys. So like they could have enemies everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like I've never thought about a Mandalorian bounty hunter running from the stormtroopers. Because you're assuming like scum and devils, like they're working together.
This is making me want to rewatch a lot of parts of Rebels because the Mandalorians have a huge role to play in that too.
Yeah.
And I don't remember quite exactly what it is.
And in the Clone Wars.
But yeah. That's why Clone Wars. Fuck God, there's so much to talk about right now.
Fuck God.
We're gonna have to save some of this for
You
next
just said
episode.
fuck God on Easter.
Sorry, buddy.
Gunfighter or bounty hunter, a citizen of the
Looks dope, dude.
underworld on the outer
Pause.
reaches
What the
of
fuck is that? Trade
Spa-
route.
little spaceport thing.
the galaxy. It starts off with him just hunting down quarries, making his money.
Hunting down what?
This is
Quarries.
a character you've never
Bounties?
met before, in a period of time
Something
that you've
like that.
never seen.
This is
Green screen. We know it's gonna be great now. Green screen.
The Mandalorian is a great way to start, first of all. But the fact that this is post Return of the Jedi, and on screen we've seen a jump all the way to Force Awakens. We haven't really seen this era yet. Like this is turmoil. This is the Aftermath trilogy. This is where
This is like Rise to Power.
there's still stormtroopers, but the Empire is like crumbling, and no one like it's very unstable.
There's just an aesthetic to the Mandalorian that is extremely powerful, mysterious.
So dope.
This
Wonder if we'll ever see
flavor
his face.
that harkens to medieval
God, it's so
knights.
sweet.
There'll probably be a reveal halfway through.
He's relatable. We're all kind of covered in our own armor.
Dewback. That's fucking awesome.
Here we are, day 3.
Start a little bit back and then move into that position.
In terms of the directors, I think John chose the team really, really well.
Sorry, listeners. We're still watching this.
Obviously, Dave.
Sometimes
Bryce,
we're just
Deborah,
enthralled.
Rick, and then Taika.
Taika Waititi.
Different voices and personalities that each of the filmmakers.
It looks like they really
wanted to bring
tried to stay true to the settings, not the story. Pause it for real quick. Which is a great thing. Don't tell another fucking story. Don't tie into another story. You can have snippets, but the setting's there. The setting's been set up by the trilogies that have existed. So it's cool to be like, all right, The Mandalorian. Guess what? That has nothing to fucking do with Jedi or Sith. But it lives and exists among the Jedi and Sith.
Yeah.
And like you said, at this point, it's after episode 6, so there's a lot of turmoil where just a Mandalorian, if you're good enough, you have a lot of sway.
Hell yeah.
So it's a just the potential here, guys. I'm hyped for it. Go ahead.
I think after seeing everything,
Oh my
there's some
God.
Jawas too.
I
Yeah,
never saw the Jawas.
There's an epic. It might not be in this reel. There's an epic shot,
New races and species.
dude. But, oh, fuck.
Wait, whoa. First of all, is that like
A new Y-wing or something.
I thought it might be a new X-wing, but yeah, without the with those wings. Those things.
Damn.
I think those are legends.
Those the pirates from Battle of Endor.
Actually, there are yeah.
However,
That's
we
it.
wanted to feel
That's his new ship.
That's a ship from episode 7 that flies away from Jakku.
Get out of here.
That's the Mandalorian's raised dad.
I figured it all out. John Favreau was raised uncle.
You figured it out. I just said it.
Yeah, but I listened to it.
Did you see that furry bitch? Did you see him?
Georgie Porgy.
Georgie Porgy right there.
I'll
baby.
always call him Georgie Porgy.
It's really an adventure.
Dude, his ship looks so cool.
I'm okay with it. If we're gonna really talk about badass ships, I still like Slave One.
Art that Star Wars has always been about.
Well, you can't just do Slave 1 again. That is one of the coolest things I've seen.
I don't like his ship now that you say that.
What?
Yeah, I can have my opinion about it.
No,
If
you're
that's-
not allowed. You have to share my opinion.
That's his bounty hunter ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do better. Than
What?
that. Yeah, you could do way better than that.
Ah, it looks like an attack gunship or something. That's look fucking sweet.
Yeah, it does.
I just thought that shot there with him behind the sandcrawler was dope.
It will feel gritty,
Mm-hmm.
it will feel real.
Filoni knows exactly how to tie this thing in
how
too,
the
though.
fuck to do it, baby.
and enjoy.
I used to be critical of him, but hearing him talk at the panel for Clone Wars and everything, like
Pause. Who the fuck are the? This is the.
that's Carl Weathers and some other people.
That's Motley Crue.
literally Nikki 7. How'd that happen? So that was the sizzle reel with them talking about a few things as well. And then there's, let's see, there's this one, which is obviously these are all kind of terrible to look at, but this one is an actual full scene. What?
This is terrible to look at.
This is really awful to
That's
look
why
at.
we're focusing on it.
So guys that are not watching on YouTube, consider yourselves lucky.
I agree, Ben.
So we're going to run some of this too.
Ben said I love Mandos and KOTOR.
So there's Carl Weathers.
Oh, they're betting.
Yeah.
There are other members of the guild, and this is all I have.
Bounty Hunters Guild.
Yep.
What's your highest bounty?
Not much.
He sounds sweet.
That won't even cover fuel these days.
It's just so gritty and real.
Let's see the buck.
No poke. Face to face. Direct commission. Deep pocket.
Underworld.
Do you want the chit or not?
Sorry, guys, if you're audio only.
You should go watch this while you're listening.
It looked like perhaps, yeah, that's funny. It looked like perhaps Carl Weathers' character lost in a betting game or whatever they were doing, poker.
No, it looks like he's dishing out jobs for the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Oh, I thought they were like playing poker. I saw chips.
That's it's like this chip is for this job. You get it, do the job, you get paid. That's the whole thing. That's why he said like, give me the chip or whatever the fuck. All right, keep going. Salacious Crumbs roasting. That's kind of sad, but also hilarious.
So we see the Mando walking through, which I would assume is still Tatooine.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I don't know where it's going to be.
Seeing Salacious Crumb all crapped up in a cage.
The music's
It's
a
gotta
really
be
good start.
It's clearly the fall of Jabba. It's got to be a whole new time on Tatooine. Jabba was the ruler of that shit.
That's true, too. I mean, it does look like Tatooine, like Mos Eisley.
Leia's probably a goddess there. Yeah, this angel came down and choked Jabba to death.
She put on a bikini and choked this slug. All hail. Onto the Blinky. There's the doorman. So cool.
I like how the doorman on Jabba's palace laughed at him. Where's Jabba? Okay.
Say 3PO.
Say 3PO. I'm following a goddamn trash can in this bitch.
I love the sound too.
Gonk. He's like ready no matter what. Oh. I'm sorry. I thought those were clones for a second.
I wish. Some of them could be.
Oh, it's a big ticket job.
Grief Karga said you were coming.
Who's that?
Werner Herzog.
Who is that again?
He's a famous director and actor.
What else did he say?
He said you were the best in the parsec.
No, pardon. Sorry.
He already had 3 guns out ready to blast them all. I'm sorry, guys, if you guys are live or not live with us.
It's okay. I'm also going to stop apologizing.
The Mando walked in.
Watching Pedro Pascal in all his glory.
Mando walked in trying to figure out what the bounty was. Walked into a whole room of stormtroopers, and it got real testy real quick, and everybody's got their guns drawn.
Well, if you're listening to this, you've seen the footage, I would hope. Jeez. He said 4-1 are good odds.
He also said you were expensive. Very expensive.
Did he say a fet?
Please sit.
Did he just say fet?
No.
No.
All the Fets are dead.
Are they?
Yeah, Jango and Boba are dead.
There's a million of them. They're
What?
called clones.
Oh, no, I meant like the actual like Jango
Oh,
and
the
Boba
bloodline?
Fett. Yeah.
That's clones.
Get out. Clones don't count.
Yes, Boba was a clone.
Commander Cody's the only Fett that matters.
Commander.
That's all I'm going to say forever.
Cody Fett.
Dude, I'm honestly like that. I know it's a really, really, really risky theory, but I hope Commander Cody's in Fallen Order.
Waiting for you upon delivery of the
And this was released at Celebration?
Yep.
Yes,
This is a big piece of delivery over
That's
there.
why people are pissed, because like they only showed it in the room. It's like, man, this is your first live action thing, and you're like fucking hiding it from 90% of us.
termination is also acceptable for a lower fee.
That is
What do you say? Disintegration's also accepted for a lower fee?
I think so.
Pragmatic.
That's okay. Keep going.
Let's see the puck.
I'm afraid discretion dictates a less traditional agreement.
This is so dope.
Can only offer you a tracking fob.
See, okay, just pause it for a second.
Pause.
I love this shit because I've harped on it already. It's not high level. It's not high level. Jedi, Sith, even Tarkin. That's all upper echelon.
Like, yeah, top of the top.
But these are the guys that get it done. Like, even though Luke became an upper echelon and Lando became an upper, those are the fuckers that get it done. Han was always the doer. Whether he fucked up or didn't, he just did.
See?
He is a dunner. He's done now.
Oh, he's donezo.
Finish him.
That's Kylo's fatality. Just stab you.
The last 4 digits.
Their age. That's all you can give me?
Yes, they're 50 years old. We can also give you last reported positional data. Between that and the fob, a man of your skill should make short work of this.
Watching the, again, sorry. Listeners.
Yeah. I'm trying to take it all in, man.
It's a lot, man. Tricky thing about Star Wars, too, they could just say one sly thing and it's like, oh shit, that's a Rebels episode.
It is good to
Yeah.
restore the
So clearly the Mando or whoever he is contemplating on what they're offering for this bounty.
Don't you agree?
He's leaving now. He's pissed.
He's going to start working. So my thoughts initially are like, this is going to be him doing his thing. He's a bounty hunter. He's a Mando.
Yeah.
And he's starting things off with the life that he knows. And that just is what it is. And over the course of the show, I think we're going to see the Empire in turmoil, and he's going to try to find a larger role to play. Like, stuff's going to pop up, and he's going to feel compelled to not necessarily like clean up his act or anything, but evolve from just being a bounty hunter that takes gigs to something bigger. That's my prediction.
Getting involved.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
Yeah. That's
not necessarily going to be a freedom fighter or some shit with a rebellion, but
no, it's the obvious thing. If he doesn't get involved, there's no point to this story, to be honest.
Yes and no. I think they're also going to be doing a lot extra Mando stuff in the final season of the Clone Wars. That could definitely tie in as well, especially since Filoni's working on the fucking show.
Is that FedEx saying
Yeah,
that?
FedEx. What are you talking about?
FedEx says, are we sure it's a male? I don't know. I didn't see tits on the armor, so I'm pissed.
I mean, it's Pedro Pascal.
Is the Mandalorian? I forgot.
He's a dude.
I completely forgot. I processed it, but it just went right through.
Because he always has the mask on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I even saw him like outside of the mask.
Yeah. Dude, I think after everything we've seen, and it's looking like we're gonna have to do a follow-up episode to cover the other shit from Celebration. But after everything we've seen, I think I am most hyped for this out of anything else.
You're an idiot. Episode 9. This has more potential where there's expectations for 9.
It's huge though because it's the first of many things for Star Wars.
Absolutely. 9's gonna be the greatest thing of all time.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I get what you're
I had
trying
too
to
much of this stout.
I get what you're trying to say. Like 9 has so much potential because it's never been done. It could just fucking go crazy and
You
be
mean this?
That's what I'm sorry. Yeah. Mandalorian could be crazy because it's never been done.
Yeah.
But 9 is the pinnacle. That's it. Like even if it's bad, it's gonna be great.
The fact that we're debating over which Star Wars IP is going to be the most greatest thing in 2019 is a good sign. I would say. That's what I say. I just said it. All right.
You saw it here. You didn't hear it here, but you saw it here.
You typed it here first. So we're going to have to do a follow-up to cover the Clone Wars stuff and the Phantom Menace thing. And there's been some
Galaxy's Edge,
some rumors that
New
I don't want to bring up because if
Star
I start
Wars
bringing
sex
up,
toys.
we're going to keep talking about it. So we're going to have a a part 2. A
Gungan.
The Gungas. The Gungas.
It is a hidden city.
A few positive things that we can just touch on quickly. I've been really enjoying Battlefront.
I played it today, like 2 rounds real quick. I got fucked, but it's all right. It's fun. Sometimes you get into those groups like, dude, I was second. I was killing it. We couldn't get past this one point. I was like,
I know.
Done.
I know. I basically like am not playing heroes villains at all until they change the game mode because it's ridiculous. You're getting ganged up on the whole time. Every time you try to play.
I don't play heroes.
Unless you have
I'm
a
not good
group
with
of
them.
4.
I have started to roll the dice with the heroes in Galactic Assault.
Yeah.
I usually
And
don't
Capital
because
Supremacy.
I feel like I can do better without them. But there was one point we were on Starkiller Base and we were the Stormtroopers and they had broken into the base. So there was 2 things left. There's that big like open hangar area and then like that smaller area next to that. I don't even know. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There was Rey and Luke inside the smaller area and no one could do a fucking thing. And so I spawned as Grievous. Fucked them both. I was like, okay, this is why people do that.
Yeah.
Walked in and just went, blah, 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 done.
You just got to play it smart. I mean, I usually use the blaster heroes and I'm usually a little more reserved because obviously you're a target. As soon as somebody sees Chewbacca, everyone's going to try to blow him up. So you just got to be careful about it. Bosk is in Galactic Assault and stuff.
His
Bosk
rage
is my
thing?
favorite. Oh, it's great. And for Capital Supremacy, because you have all those like tight corridors and everything in once you get in the ship. So that's prime to just lay down some mines, throw Dioxis, sit back and just blast people with your grenades and everything.
Blast them.
But they fixed a lot of stuff with that last update, so the game's been playing better. Still not perfect, but I've just been on a high of Star Wars, so it's just been a lot of fun. We will be getting Kashyyyk as Capital Supremacy. They announced that. I think it's this Tuesday. They'll be adding that to Kashyyyk, and then there's going to be a lot more updates. They tease things from Celebration because now that we have like Fallen Order and the Clone Wars Season 7, they've hinted like, oh, we're going to add a lot more shit to the game, but no official announcements as of yet. So it's looking on the up and up though. So, but we got to shut this down and go watch Game of Thrones.
Real quick, we'll end on it.
There's so much. We still haven't even talked about Game of
less,
Thrones.
less than 2 minutes.
God.
The first Game of Thrones, and no spoilers. Were you happy with it?
I was happy with it. No
I mean,
spoilers.
the only thing that they dropped, and even if this isn't even a real spoiler, Jon Snow found out who he actually is, and that was like the whole thing. Like we saw people connect with each other, people like all the way from episode 1.
The thing I love the most is how it mirrored the very first episode. You have the entire parade coming into Winterfell. It looks just like episode 1 when King Robert's troop is coming in. That little kid's running around Winterfell just like Bran was. Like the way it mirrored that, it's great. Fucking perfect.
It's like poetry.
Lucas was there on set. That was him.
I'm gonna go jerk off now. No, I thought it was a nice setting up because that's half of Game of Thrones. These characters haven't seen each other in 8 seasons, so they're just gonna look at each other, and then there's just like
That's all you need though because there's so much buildup.
But yeah, so the big thing was Snow found out who he actually is.
Right.
Now going forward, there's a lot on it. Like Dany potentially is an enemy now.
There's a lot.
She's assuming power, and now her fuckboy is.
There's a lot of tension.
We could see some shit. So beer reviews. We had a 2 out of 3 on the Devil Dan. David
Deckham. Devil's Cuvée.
Devil Dave's Cuvée Crike.
The fuck?
Creek.
They made up words for this whole beer.
That was a 2 out of 3. That was actually, I think, one of the highest sours that we've ever had. Like both of us.
Yeah.
Not bad at all, other than the explosion at the beginning.
And then the Ursula. What's the actual name of the beer?
Imperial Stout. I don't know. It's called a 180 gram, I guess.
Yeah. Imperial Stout. It was a 1. It's just it is what it is.
It was okay.
It was fine.
And then guess a scene. We both fucked completely.
Totally.
So that's what we like to do. What episode was this? 180.
190. We're getting close to that 200, baby.
Well, we're gonna plan something for 200. We'll look out and we'll plan something big for 200.
We're gonna broadcast live from Mos Eisley for 200. So All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to do a part 2 of the Celebration recap because there's just so much to talk about. And maybe that episode we'll get into a little more Game of Thrones, too. So,
Good.
So, good shit. And we love you all.
Good day, Galaxy.
Okay, Galaxy.
I don't. Shimone. Come on, Lee.
I don't know what that was.
I hope you never do it again. Oh, no.
What'd you do? You running over my cables over there, bitch? Oh, guys, man. Thank you.
Guys.
We had a big crew in today. Maybe we should...
You guys.
You guys. I love that movie. I was thinking of 5 top comedies while I was in church today because I was bored. And I was quoting Walk Hard stuff in my head. Oh, because the pastor said something about the devil, and then I thought about, you know who has hands? The devil. And he used them for holding. A perfect little 13-year-old boy. Walk Hard. Wet Hot American Summer. Superbad. UHF. Dumb and Dumber.
Out Cold?
Nah, not his best comedy. It's a guilty pleasure for me. There's one, like Wayne's World. Wayne's World versus Dumb and Dumber. Which one do you pick? I haven't seen Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber
in a long time.
Dumb and Dumber. That's hard because like Michael Myers.
Mike Myers.
It's still Michael Myers.
Michael Myers is a serial
against
killer.
Jim Carrey. I mean, come on, that's 90s. Like, come on.
Peak, yeah. Unfortunately, Kerner, none of the Adam Sandler ones would probably make it in my top list.
No, absolutely not.
No.
But they're solids.
So.
All right, fuck arounds.
We forgot.
Oh, I didn't forget. I'm sending those out later. That's for fucko. All right, love you. Bye.